Ciao, what's up? Hello. It's time. Pen's working, we're good. Have I uploaded the VODs from EMEA is the real question. Surely. Surely we're organized.
People already don't really expect too much from us, but over these past few months, like, we've definitely improved a lot as a team. So it's just like living up to our own expectations, honestly, and showing what we are made of and what we can do.
Nice for the fake TP, gets in for about the planter and also triggers that shield wall. Superman low around the corner, that's a given. Flash out here for the back of the side, it's Bow notching up 3.
Wait, I have 2 YouTube chats. What's the current live YouTube chat? Can someone in YouTube just type a message? Hey yo, okay.
Então eu espero que
This one, okay, love that.
consiga jogar bem na partida, mas não consiga ganhar.
Va de fuego, a ver qué tanto obtiene, qué tanto consigue. Ya ve a uno en la zona de maceta y lo rompe. ¡Uy, buen sasazo, por Dios!
Mate, I don't have Twitch chat. Holy. The other chat's gonna enjoy that one.
There's definitely going to be a lot of curveballs for the Stage 2 season. I'm just wishing for the best and going to show the world what EG can do.
Well, let's see what they can do then as we get into the match here, EG versus LEVIATAN, and it's going to be an interesting one, I'll tell you that much, and we're looking forward to it, genuinely.
Yeah, I think it'll be a fun one to see whether Lev can get tested in these kind of ways, and whether it wasn't just a blip. I keep wanting to call it a blip on Sunset, but at the same time, they did get absolutely dominated on that map, so it's more than just a blip, it was a serious issue for them. But it was only on one
in the
map.
other studio today.
It's a new map and a
No
pool,
crowd
and
anywhere.
It's an unknown quantity. And Fury came in with very good strategies and preparation. Is that going to be repeatable? That's the question, right? I don't know. Well, we're gonna. I mean,
Back about the crowd, yeah.
I think that's the big thing, right? Is can the
Are you watching both games today? Nah, we're gonna skip the second game. We're gonna get some sleep.
Series, can the ideas be a threat? Can the players be a threat? Because
I can't miss
level of discipline, ideas, and star power on LEVIATAN.
RRQ Zeta. Oh, I was really hoping for a better game that you guys would be like, yeah, fair play. RRQ Zeta.
As we just get to find out what they do have up their sleeves. I mean, there's a big ask in terms of Stage 2. Lev know it. They know it's going to be an uphill struggle. Thankfully, they've done the hard lifting now. They've got themselves enough champ points.
EG's biggest fan is here.
And, to be honest, they could bomb out if they wanted to.
Successful watch last time, I will say.
The thing is, if they completely bomb out, and then there's 5 additional champs points
and
for
the map's
whoever
out.
finishes third.
Okay, maybe not bomb out.
Split.
Yeah, it would start to get a little bit sticky. So they still need to be able to pick up wins here and there. Yeah,
You're locked
they've already got one win.
They actually look good.
Almost everybody predicting that this would be the second win as well.
Yeah.
Split Sunset Haven. Split Sunset Haven. It's a good pick.
I currently can't see a thing.
The Haven.
Well, when I hear that music, Josh, the Pavlovian response is kicking in. And I've just heard of the maps.
Yes.
Sunset in the pool. Map
Sunset in the
number 2.
pool makes a big difference, honestly.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it's a good pick by them.
That's a really big addition.
My vision has returned.
They've got rid of the breeze.
Yeah, Sunset, I think, is a great map selection
here. Have you seen a Tarek's Phoenix
The problem
clip?
is, as I was saying
What's Tarek's Phoenix clip?
there's not 2 out of 3 really dangerous
like,
maps here for
talking
LEVIATAN.
Yeah, that's the difficult.
Like a Sato Ace, or are we talking like a Scream Get Knife?
I think this opener is not where EG are most likely to deal their blow. It's more likely going to come in maps 2 and 3 if EG were able to pull off some kind of upset.
Like a
Split,
Scream
though,
Get
is one
Knife
where you
kind
have
of
an
thing.
enormous amount of tape. The VOD footage is maximized.
It's incredible.
So if EG want to dig back into those ancient tomes and restart the narratives of them being an anti-strat team, which I don't think has been accurate for years at this point.
Yeah, nah.
But if they had some kind of game plans, then maybe you could see it come out.
Runs back to his body to
this
throw
guy
the gun
right
down.
here is so difficult to get through.
Yeah,
he uses it like an omen.
Shutting it down. It's going to be Neon, isn't it?
That's good.
Unbelievable form that he's really showcased. The rest of
I
LEVIATAN.
can do that.
Listen, they're no slouches. This is not just a one-player team.
Has it ever been like that?
The 2 people, in my opinion, that are so tough to get through on this first defense side are blows over towards A main, or rather in A heaven. Because he's going to catch you with some kind of spike kill on the entry. He's going to be rock solid in the spot that he holds.
That's really good.
And Neon too, because Neon's anchoring of B is disgustingly good.
Yeah.
And then also his control of any screens aggression to set up for the A retakes, also immaculate. I don't think enough gets talked about how good he is on Omen on this map.
Pipe Bella with the Prime, thank you so much for the 2 months.
His flashy performances on stuff like Chamber on the others. But
I mean, he's got a very good awareness of when he should be committing to fights, when he should be on his anchoring. He's
immaculate.
He does it better than some like defined Omen players, where that's the only role that they play. It's astounding the level of skill that this guy has.
It's a sideshow,
Euro
level.
It's very much a David versus Goliath situation.
I don't like to defend sideshow, it doesn't feel right.
But this is a map where
the Yoru ult
is
the ultimate
for the
brain
longest time for
melter.
LEVIATAN. Doesn't matter that they be running the same defaults
Maybe when you could use util. Like these days it's pretty simple. When you could use util, that was the ultimate brain melter, to be fair.
If they are the David in this Goliath story, they've got 2 stones that are going to fit.
Okay, we've got LEV on defense, we've got EG on attack.
Those duelists.
Pansy's here for EG, so they've got to put up a performance. It's just how it works.
Looking to poke, looking to prod.
These 2 teams, yeah.
Well, maybe next map.
There's pot shots on either side. A real commitment other than Digizine going down early, but that's how Haunter now popping through with a flash forwards as Sato again. Head off the shoulders here for Zerona, gliding forward, still tucked to the corner, but that is lovely aim, lovely work over the shoulder.
Do we need to have a conversation about the bandit in pistol?
Final one left alive to pick
I feel
up
like
the
we're
pieces.
1 TMV video away from the bandit being meta. And I'm not talking about him saying that it's meta, I'm talking about him saying that it's awful
into mid like this, there is going to be a big gap for Supermen, but this is not the round to capitalize on it.
Because it looks so good, man.
In fact, in rounds like this, sometimes it can be better just to go down and show that you didn't know about this A gap.
Poison's off. 30 seconds left.
Obviously spotted out at this point. Sato is unbelievable.
Holy.
I mean, 4 kills
Do you
from
have any players in your VFL? I wish I had Sato
already.
He's outrageous.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah. He's defined himself very, very clearly as the best Phoenix in the world. There might have been conversations prior to Masters London. A lot of people looking towards people like,
Primi?
I don't know, Primi, maybe?
Do I have any of these players?
A lot of Phoenix on the run-up, who's mostly playing
Why have you made me look at my VFL again? Nicho got 5 points, man. I don't want to be here.
If Zerona is him, I don't know what words you're going to use to talk about Sato.
Yeah.
Sato is at next level.
Sato, 1 away from his Phoenix.
Significant step up from one game to the next for EG.
A frenzy.
Because it's not necessarily the quality of players. Like, Envy have high-quality players, but this team system works brilliantly with LEV.
Yeah, it's about how
oh my god, the frenzy is unbelievable.
He's already taking charge of the situation. Spike with that judge, but listen, trying to square up, trying to scrap as well. He's pulling a couple of players, bringing them down low. No real kills here, but surely Neon with a follow-up, tries to spray him down, anticipating that re-swing.
Hey, this is danger.
Has handed over 2 guns. 2 rifles, and Spike still not with that upgrade into that 2v2.
Yeah, but Spike still has slide. He can take an engagement here and one-shot either of these players.
Broken, he's just finding the right time to engage. He's already through and out. It's a lot of damage done again, but that Bulldog in the hands of Digizine. He's taking over now. Already still damaged. He plays as weak as anything, but it goes both ways. Blows! Oh, into the 1v1.
I would never doubt the frenzy ever again. I apologize. I take it all back. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know anything. The frenzy's unbelievable. We should always be buying it on the second round.
I can't believe the judge didn't get the one-shot there on a 50 health player.
Shotgun nerfs, man.
It feels like it, yeah.
It is.
I got that, my brain's still on a previous patch. This is a really heavy commitment here coming out through mail by Sato. Sato goes in to try to help out the first player who dies, King.
Say this again. If Weber would play, would you put him in your VFL? So how many points is he?
Sato's overcommitment there actually gives the weapon away.
If Weber was under 7 points, I'm locking him in.
It's a huge opportunity for EG. These are the kind of things that you want to capitalize on when you're the underdog in a squad like this, in a situation like this, rather.
Yeah, we're going to be taking it slow for now.
The Paper X play.
It is. Straight through the smoke. Little hot flash play through. Hold on. A lot of damage done. Pancake's got to be careful here. Sato. He's only got the classic, but he's still looking to see if he can take this fight. And this is Pancake's
can't blame Prius. Apparently he's not here yet.
It's so unorthodox, but it works out in the favor. Lev forcing the issue.
That's crazy. Sato now has a gun and an ult.
And just like this, we're going to see the back and forth thrifties potentially. Zerona looking to plug up a potential gap over towards Heaven. Now side control, Spike. Going to need to do some miraculous stuff with a bandit in hand.
Oh,
potentially
boy.
the right tool, but with that rifle, listen, Sato straight A, he's got to run it back to playoff. This is going to be a
like
full
Chris
heal
is here,
back
though,
up.
what's going on.
He's taking a fight forward. Spike just plays it beautifully. Takes one down to the grave with him. Sato happy to slow it down. Not forced to issue. This is Superman, though, with a mass rotation, potentially looking to see if he can get all the way to the B site.
Nitro, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you for the 17 months.
30 seconds roughly now. Superman's going to be given time. A lot of space here for the plant.
Yeah, he's got to reposition, I think, into a situation where he can catch Sato off guard. That's the big advantage that he currently has. Sato was giving him a ton of credit that he was going to loop back into A. So Superman digs himself into a forward position. Does Sato think about it?
Diligence in the mind. Superman, though, this forward position is absolutely everything.
A lot of damage.
2-1 start here for EG. Definitely got dicey.
It did, but their economy's already in a good spot because they thrifted the previous one.
Yeah,
they actually drew the Phoenix ult out of Sato.
There we go. Sideshow's doing my job for me. I could probably just mute
this
up.
was a dangerous round for EG when it maybe shouldn't have been, but end of the day, with the results being what they are, I think they could be fairly happy about that. Might have even set them up into a better position, because now Zerona, with the ult advantage, could put them in a position where Lev's economy is going to get knocked again. Can they snowball this?
Fair amount of money on this one saved for them buying light armor, so they might be able to get an extra buy out of this if they lose this round. For Heaven. It's the LEV for Heaven where they normally try and fight over towards A round.
That's a cool anti-strat. They're trying to punish blows who would normally be spamming there.
But there's a rapid take again. The repush already called for. Lever looking to see if they can flood back down towards the ramp, but the fight into the smoke up towards Heaven. It's dominated. King Fells bow in the process here, and Superman's left with a very difficult decision-making.
DG's in a good spot.
Just hold on for as
what
long
is
as
that
possibly can,
fade eye?
What
was that fade eye? It was incredible.
Collapsing onto the side, a little bit of a side step, but Superman not ready for that one.
Insane,
blows
by the way.
immediately on the right line.
That was very, very nice.
Just too good.
Everyone's focused on the wall and they just fade eye behind.
And win as much as they do.
It was so
but
good.
I think they were saying that they win. This is the stat that I believe it was
beautiful
a
A retake. Made the A retakes
that they were winning
highest
like
percent I think we've ever seen out of a team in terms of A retakes on split, and I think it's not even close.
Should be half that as a good team. It's astonishing how
mad
many
when
of these they win. And that was a cool idea from
It's mad
EG.
when they have like the most numbers
likes to
probably
play in
seen as well. They play retake
so
the
they
most.
slid their Neon into the A Heaven smoke at the same time as they TP their Omen up there.
Yeah.
And somehow Blows has got the Spidey sense to back off
Blows
before it even happens.
He's got a really good fade on
trying
split.
to be the anti-strat team. And yet
I always used to think that Trex had the best fade on split.
Ideas every time.
It has to be Blows these days.
Not much in the bank in terms of weaponry here. EG. Here, a rifle in the hands of the Dazim, but a flash and a refight once more. Call for Spike. Oh my! Just combines his might.
It's too good.
Alongside Sato.
You can't fight these guys in B, mate.
Yeah,
no,
the little Phoenix. The Phoenix Neon is just so strong when they get their util off.
They got out to such a good opener here. You would have loved to see them be able to pick up some of that momentum and snowball it forwards, and instead this is going to be Lev with the lead. Which is a really unusual thing to say after that you drop the anti.
I think it was Sen had an Unreal Sunset retake. I remember when Sen used to be Unreal
players trying to make
Sunset
full usage of the Bandit, I think, with the recent buffs.
Oh, the Bandit is so good. That was one of the reasons why we saw.
Is this what the Neon Phoenix is meant to look like? Yeah.
To pick up these
we have a poor imitation in EMEA.
Double flash reclear setup.
You know it's worrying when people struggle to do like their A main. Sorry, their B main punish.
Even less time to react to
the most simple one.
Yeah, you can start to see, I mean, EG protocol's not really in place, I think, to have players in the anti-flash, but even if they were, the Paranoia is going to be catching them.
Yeah.
So, multiple layers that Lever putting on display.
Well, here's Blows again. Same spot.
Same spot. We'll see if he can play around this one now. As looks to potentially pull back. This is forward again with that fast lane, but already reinforcements called for. They've arrived onto the scene.
Free side once again, let's see it.
Not giving up. Prowler, looking for the catch, but that's a misclearance, and that's Dizazine, right time
that's so much damage.
Right where the iron is hot.
Great from them, and they got the Viper, should be absolutely fine, unless King's going to do a madness there. A little bit weird with the spike outside the pit.
We've all seen this highlight. Sato with a 4K as he ran through a pit, but I don't think King and Neon are going to feel quite as confident as Sato did in his
Trying to trade sight for Heaven on this. Kind of love, I was going to say, I kind of love how Neon was playing this. I like he read that they were going to go here. Is a big smoke coming out.
Yeah, it's planning for Heaven. Smoke though is going to be obfuscating
surely
some
not.
level of this. He's tucked around the corner. He's tucked around the
Surely
corner.
not.
He's tucked around the corner. King! Okay. I was worried for a second.
Dude, I think he might have been able to tuck a little more around the corner.
I think EG might have been as well. If he hadn't been inside the pit there, it's possible that he might have lived.
Yeah.
But definitely making EG sweat.
Pop chat or live chat.
This little
You're
play
gonna be so proud of me.
over towards a ramp.
Look at this.
It's not just
Live
Digizine tucking
chat.
into a
First
corner.
time without being
it's
reminded.
Zerona being there to flash peek off his contact. And I think if you were going to come up with an anti against Lev on this map, the simplest one you can do is get into A with Viper Molly and Viper Orb in A heaven so that you don't die to blows at the beginning and just play 5v5 post plants. 5v5 post plants on A. In theory, you should be able to win.
Old dog
In
new
reality,
tricks. That's what I'm
actually, Lev
saying,
are
man.
incredible at them, but it's not a bad idea coming out
That's
from
what I'm
EG,
saying.
Potter.
I think this is what we were talking about earlier, just that target on the back. Once you win it, lift the trophy, you are
They
the
said
top
it wasn't
dog.
possible, but we're out here
Everyone's got
just
their
doing
sights
crazy
on.
things.
No one whatsoever is going to be taking a foot off the gas when they play against you.
Especially when you've played 92 games of Split.
Yeah.
With the same comp.
But for Lev, you know, talk about it, sometimes teams, as much as teams do want to stay on top,
This is pretty good. Are they going to split A? Are they going to split A heaven?
There's a strategic
Spike's in a weird
adjustment in this
spot.
round as well of Spike playing more on A ramp. But that's allowed EG to
Slam
go
Dog,
up
thanks so
mid
much
a
for the
little
prime, man.
easier.
Appreciate the 3 months.
And this is a weird smoke. It's like you're doing the B-pop smoke.
Oh,
and
that's
they're
so
just
nice
gonna
of you,
try to
bro.
walk
Thank
through
you for
and see if
saying
they
that as
can
well.
catch a pick in heaven.
Thank you for saying and thank you for doing.
Clear a bit of space. Good punish by Digizine. Just
Big
spots
kill
it.
from Superman on
Killer
A
instinct
heaven, by the way.
online.
Keeps them
King
interested as well.
Swiftly accosted, yeah, and he's going to be taking Albert Neon onto that push, a high ground, target prioritization, Digizine.
EG.
Lights them all up.
That's an immaculate round by Digizine. Doesn't get better than that. Quite a difficult entry to get, actually. He
Yeah,
was
Superman
sliding
was like pretty
into a
silent on
defender's
this one, but he
face,
did so much here as well.
But snaps his crosshair up and deals with
Off
everyone else. I
angle
think
as
he's gonna
well.
get the final here
My
too.
God, what a round.
Blows.
Oops.
Unaware of it. Hold on.
Yeah, never in doubt.
Tapping away there.
That's
Vandal
a
gets it done.
1, 2,
round from
3,
Digizine.
4, 5
6.
ults. You
That's
know
the
a
kind of
timeout's coming
magic
right
that
here.
EG need to be able to power them through some stickier situations. And you know what? A great call as well. They'd already conditioned Lev to think like they were just going A-pop, 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 and that pulls Spike off mid, allows them an easier route through mid. Really
If
good
there's
game
a team
plan,
that can
really good
anti-Lev
calling,
in
really
Americas,
good
it might be
execution from the
EG.
players so
That's
far.
true.
I think EG can be happy about being 4-3 up.
Potter's pretty much a
Definitely so.
proven
Working out, man. I mean,
good
this is a
anti-strata.
much improved EG than what we used
Do
to.
you remember
Forces the timeout from
remember the
LEVIATAN,
loud,
because
was it
EG clearly
solo
coming in with some
Phoenix and they brought out the double Odin?
pretty
That
good
gave me
ideas, I would
faith.
say.
That was nice.
Yeah, you don't have
We've
to be
seen it
creative in
before.
terms of the compositions that you run. I think this is something
On
that
Ascent, yeah,
people
yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
get twisted. You don't need to have an
Maybe
elaborate,
Potter could
crazy
solo
anti-strat
restore my
comp
faith in
order to
anti-strats.
outplay your opponent. But the more that you're aware of their
The people that at the
tendencies, the more
moment
you
say
can
they're
come
good
up
at
with
anti,
ideas.
I feel like
you
they're
don't need
not.
to prep for every eventuality. You know what they're going to do. Potter here, just making some small adjustments in the timeout that Owner has called. But EG mixing together the A site pops with
Like
more of
who?
the
I'm not
mid
naming
default
any
is gonna
names. Don't even
cause a lot of
try
problems for
start
Spike
some
in
drama
particular.
here.
Because Spike is the guy that has to go and help blows if required.
Trying to stay active across the map here. Lev have got a lot of ults to use on the other side of the attack timeout.
Yeah, that's the silver lining for them. And you might want, as Leviathan, to take control away from EG, the tempo, take the fights into EG, so that when they are running these slower rounds, you can more accurately tell where they're headed.
See, Lev. Onus on them really to see if they can make a play for it. Neon, it's a fake TP into the corner, but just baits back up to Nubox to take a listen into Lev as well, as we see.
Podcast,
they
man. I
potentially
think that's
cooked
me,
up for
isn't it?
this one.
Big money.
Passei backside, entrou.
That's Mini. Yeah, he's very professional with his podcasting. Good camera.
Correu full da B.
Tô ficando trefando aqui ainda.
Tô mirando CT na só, guys. Cuidado
Tem
do céu.
muita ulti,
Cuidado do
tá?
céu, Sato. Cuidado do céu.
Tentando pra... Tá, tô olhando o céu aqui.
Também tá.
Tem um, mais
Oi,
outro.
oi.
Mas meio.
Sai daqui.
Mid.
Vai sair. Não sai do meu caminho, Bruno?
Calma, não consigo ainda.
Você esquece de tentar isso aí ou não? Tô de
Tem que
strafe
ser
aqui.
mal, que
Tá, eu tô meadaço. Quer trocar de arma, viado?
Vai, joga Givando isso
Eu
aí,
tô-
eu
eu tô
vou
de
olhar
foto
CT.
Tá, olha isso então.
Entendi.
B.
Homem B, não tem muito vibe.
É, o céu A vai. Fui pra corda aqui.
Toma HS, vai. Tenta vir no lugar. Também,
Tô
também.
vendo, tô vendo.
Bring them down.
Vai
Tá
permeado, tô
passando
olhando
base, tá
corda.
passando base. Passou base CT.
Passou base?
Pra ver?
Dá pra ver, King, dá pra ver.
Céu.
Tô estrefando meio, guys, agora.
Tá céu. Ele não pode vir em base agora, King. Só
Pode
tá céu.
corda o Spike. Não, pode. Corda não. Pode.
Pode entrar 70, né, Léo? Só pode corda. Não, pode. CT não, meio. CT não pode, ele tá céu, ó.
Olha a corda, Spike. Isso, assim tá bom, guys.
Ele tá meado.
Bangou corda. Comeu corda.
Eu vou ficar, eu vou combinar.
Vamos acertar de vida.
Morri.
Boa, caralho! Bora, caralho! Bora, porra!
Bora, caralho.
That's a sliver of life that King survives on.
The long
Gets it done
listening,
in the
that was
end.
nice.
They were losing track of where the EG players were. You could see and hear and tell, really, the chaos, the communication, just trying to clear up the picture of where they could be.
Yeah, and that's because I think Superman has a good idea of
Look at Desk, just live translating as well, that was cool.
Gaps that open towards A and mid. And so he exploited that, but it was too little too late.
King Snips,
I think
thanks
a
so
lot
much
of
for the
credit
prime.
should be
Appreciate
given
the
to the way
6
that
months
Neon
as well.
plays
Thank
over
you, thank
towards
you.
B. It's so easy as an Omen to get punished in that spot, but
Big
he lives
buy.
with 59 HP, and it's critical for the
1,
rest
2,
of their round.
3, lost bonus.
EG gonna
Yeah,
go back to
4.
that B main fake
Big
pressure.
round.
Dejazine will find no angles here looking into a pit
Getting
with
some
his
ults
arm.
onto this one as well. You're probably going to see
And the
fade
AWP,
order on
I'm
this.
not sure about this one from Dejazine, because it's been the faster plays and the ability to get into A quickly that
Pepper and
have
other
caused the
spices with the
problems.
tier 1 as well. Thank you so much for the 4 months
He's
as well,
always got
mate.
the ult in the back pocket, so it's not going to be the worst thing in the world, but maybe they're hoping to find an A ramp pick. It looked like he wanted to walk up mid with that, though.
Potential punish on where they know the player positions are if they can hear a jump spot, but I think it's all silent up onto ramp from Spike. He's aiming for it, though. That is good work. Indeed.
You know that guy's going to be up
Spam as well.
towards
Blows
heaven.
will reveal his position and his hand. Prowler down. Not towards it, but they're happy to slow it down once more. They've about a minute on the mark.
A good change up from EG.
In no real
Back up.
rush. Superman moving forwards up through mid while the rest of this pressure is made. It's just Petting Cakes being able to find that kill onto Sado. Meanwhile, the kill was claimed into mid.
Yeah, that was King finding Superman, and they know that EG only have one lurker, so now King, he doesn't care about mid anymore.
No, you see the running back now utilised, but that's going to be a seize to lock you in place. Blows.
Ooh, what a
He's under
reposition.
tremendous amount of pressure.
What
Needs
a
a bit of a bailout, but
reposition.
King just immediately going to be taken out already. Target prioritization is elite from Blows. Tied into the corner, the
Very
damage
nice,
done, and
man.
there's
Dude,
that
this
slam
pause,
dunk
this
finish
pause
from
is always
Neon.
good for 3 kills. It's
Unreal
insane,
work.
isn't it?
Lev adjusting the way that they play
Add
their
him to the
defense,
list of
not
people
playing
that
the
just
A
get
retake,
multi-kills
getting
there.
blows into that
The Omen
tough
Flash, yeah, the
slant
Omen Flash
corner.
was sick on this.
And you are so right with
The
that.
two-
Target
I mean, it's just a great
prioritization
2v4
is
from them.
world-class, unbelievable there. Taking out the player that had the rifle, even though they weren't looking in that direction. Then he kills the player that grabs the rifle out there, who isn't flashed. Then he takes down the flash player. Yeah. It's outrageously good.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's so good.
Genuinely phenomenal. Doesn't get sidetracked, doesn't get distracted.
No, that's amazing stuff from Blows, really is. It's so
Impressive.
easy in a spot like that to either spray too much because you're under pressure, to lose your cool to any
Omen Flash
degree.
timing as well. Yeah, it's
EG
nice
are
to
gonna
see the
take
wall was going
attack
down.
time out of their own here.
A
Potter got
great
chance to
instant
talk to the
reposition
squad
from
only a
him once he
couple
killed the
rounds ago.
Phoenix ult as well.
But now as Lev take the lead again, EG needed an adjustment. I don't think the attack op was
Put
the
your
play.
forward on
Even though
Knights.
it
I
did
haven't watched
actually
him play
manage to
enough.
generate them a pick, I think the faster plays into A and then disguising that a little bit so that you like pump fake A a couple of times to get Superman into lurk positions is going to be the way that EG come out with more wins in this half.
Yeah. Definitely in agreement. I think that's what worked for EG so far.
But the problem is, Bren, the money is just ruined now for EG. That was the round that they had to get something done. Think about it. They lost the Operator, which they had a massive purchase into, and they also lost Dejazine's ult, which would have been huge for them in an eco round like this.
Yeah,
They're
I
now
mean,
just
they were
working
all
with
in for it anyway.
Scraps and a hero rifle for Dejazine. But he's been the guy.
Definitely has for them.
Oh, look at Spike's position.
See how this one gets taken. Through ramp once more.
It's
cool
rare
to see
from.
Lev get tested. I
Okay,
don't think you
I was going to
see
say it's cool to
people
see Lev. I
push
thought
them
he was
to
going to say the
degree where
exact thing that I was
Spike
going to say.
has
It's cool to
mix
see
up
Lev
his
actually
defensive
like
positioning
play
as
on
much as
site
this.
more. If you kind of look at the heat map,
It's gonna
at least
happen more and more
during
as well.
London,
These
it was maybe 2 rounds here.
stage 2 matches, group stage. for
Already
Lev. I
in
mean,
just this
not the
one
highest
game, was
stakes in the
playing
world in
here
terms
2
of
times in a row.
the skin in the
That's
game
cool,
that they
man.
have, but for EG, it's
Like the
everything.
fact that they actually just make little micro adjustments. It's nothing big,
Take a very major
but
scout.
it's so nice. It's enough to like throw you
And
off.
create confidence for yourself that you're going to be able
It's
to do a
enough to make
similar
you
thing when get
doubt like
towards
your
play-ins,
original
playoffs
read.
later. EG pumped a little bit of pressure over towards A, drew Spike out of his position though, and now they're coming back.
Didn't hold on to the ramp pressure though. That's just
the classic.
Yep.
Oh.
Straight over towards it, and he's preempting where all these players might lie. Prowler will chase him down, but luckily supportive there. Spike, a little bit of a misstep in terms of that stun. Pancakes.
Oh.
It's W key. I wasn't even facing it, still got the kill, but it was cleaned up nevertheless. So goodbye for EG, went the expected way.
Dude, Blows is just so good. He's such a good player.
Fine,
His awareness
we'll pretend it never happened.
How the map feels and when the timings are going to happen. Look at this. He's just spamming. As EG gets set up, he reads the feel of the game. How does this Viper wall feel? Does it feel like the timing could be real? Does it feel like I need to create some pressure behind this? And he's just right so often.
Did you think it was the last rounds? It took him a long time to be like...
Guns back online for EG. Heavy group up towards B with their one lurker.
Big emphasis being placed as well. Neon crediting him in terms of anchoring. When to peel back, when to play it forwards. Lev.
They know that Superman's been on an aggressive lurk timing. Almost caught him there.
Very aggressive. Now we're going to see that knife fall. It's going to be scattering onto the one side of things.
Flash on default.
Just sidestepping for now, and there's no hard commitment from EG. They've thrown a lot of util in the process, but now a second wave of things. They're going to be flying forwards to the fast lane.
4 here pretty early, 5 here pretty early. Fade or fast flood.
They got all to their own. That nightfall now scatters forwards once more, removes a lot of the Qs, and even the plan being denied. It's a molly that claims a kill of Bao.
Damn, look at that.
Is no more.
Neon wall
obliterated. It's Spike
Phoenix Molly, Neon wall to cut it off, and you still wrap around and pinch back a
significant
sight.
chances in this half for EG that they could have potentially taken a lead.
Fast flood, all 5 here, instant.
Really is. It's so fun to see. EG running
so good at
Lev's own B main default against them, with the blaze wall, with the smoke, with the pressure, and to see how Lev counter their own ideas, which is, all right, we'll give you that little piece of the site, but then we're going to flood defend in before you even get the plant down.
Let's go for EG. They got a Phoenix, so they run it back. It failed so bad that they won't have the site stacked.
Awesome to see.
Right? Not right. What are we
Here's
doing?
That similar looking B default, but this time without the blaze wall from the Phoenix. Zerona's going towards mid instead. That won't allow EG to put as much pressure on B. Look at how Neon gets in front of the attack.
Potentially don't get to use it because maybe you're getting a little greedy in a meta where you don't have to do everything perfect, I would say.
In the process.
It's very, very tough to beat.
Let's see, they still haven't like peaked any angle about util, so it's not like it's fine at the moment. Phoenix on his own middle. I mean, they're just trading this.
Go for a reclear off of just timings.
Whoa.
Go for it once more, but nobody's on, just Serona. Tucked to the corner, he's going to have a run it back to high pressure up towards heaven. He's going to send this one flying forwards up through mid.
He's going to run him. Good molly.
He's got a molly at the feet. He's going to be able to force the issue. Meanwhile, the backside players, Neon,
Lovely from
not even
Sato.
feeling the heat, not even feeling the pressure, but plays off of all of it perfectly. The smoke layer down on top of it. It's Bao.
A lot of space over
to make.
towards
Couldn't
A.
even pick up the upgrade,
Super
but he does
doable.
at least have the spike. Towards A.
This will be a pit up.
And then that was nice. They actually meant to do that. Change the gun so that he can have the
oh no, they got a phantom out the back of this as well.
in the pit. That was good.
And
they didn't expect the TP up towards heaven.
Maybe there's a world. Pit's going to spill out now.
It's a classic move. Sato gets a kill, he gets his ult.
No excuse being made, but Bao was just left wandering out into the open. Left guessing here, Superman. Potential, he's thinking about it. Not taking the timing, but he's just played and found his mark.
Oh, really? I thought it was good for it.
It's not quick enough on top of it.
In a half and then and then half.
How has Sato been able to overcome Superman inside of his own pit? And they are desperate to get the attention.
They're so good at split,
put
man.
EG on tilt here. An A4 half that EG had so many chances in.
They have the depth that they do to play this comp as much as they do and make the micro adjustments.
Takes out Zerona in the midst of his ult, then throws
so
down the
nice to
volley, gets
watch,
the
it really
punish,
is.
and gets the kill through the pit. This team's too stacked.
They really are. Could do no wrong is what it feels like, even with EG bringing absolutely everything at them, but the map, not finished, not done by any stretch of the imagination. Don't go anywhere.
That's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. It all started when
I was thinking when the judge kill happened earlier. It was like 4 rounds in, but it was like a listening, so I didn't want to say anything. Does Valorant have like one of the most satisfying, maybe for headshots, especially with a Guardian, does it have like one of the most satisfying sounds? In terms of games, I think it's up there. I would say Gears of War headshot, like with a sniper, that's probably the most satisfying that I've ever played with in terms of like a game. But I do think Valorant, like the sound for getting Like a judge some for getting a kill or like a headshot with Guardian, depending on skin, is like, it's up there, man. Rust, pretty good in Rust. Wait, is there music on this?
No, I think that we are like the same team than the period before Master. You know, we only focus on the next opponent. Right now, our focus is EV Geniuses. We know that every match is hard. You know, Valorant is a game of momentum, so we are only focusing on the next game. Hopefully, we're gonna qualify to champions, and we're gonna try to win again. But we are not focusing like too much in the future.
Yeah, well, I love seeing the progression. It's been great so far. Thank you so much.
Liet, right? Is this how I'm saying this? Liet with the Prime. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you. Halo SWAT? Bruh, Halo SWAT, man. Oh my god, that takes me back.
Well-versed, prepared to try and take down the Masters winners.
It's just so tough, even if your
the
preparation
CS
is
mode
good,
and
even
Halo,
if you
that was
have
sick.
opportunities, capitalizing
that one's
on
pretty
them
satisfying.
and being able to generate that momentum against LEV is really difficult. It's not enough to have a good idea. They're going to test every aspect of your game.
This one, I shouldn't get copyrighted. They were speaking over it. I think it's okay for the interviews.
A 4-1 setup. Different sides of the map, though, from what we're used to with our attack side defaults. They've got 4 players over towards A, walking behind the wall, looking for signs of life, looking to see where EG may lie.
It's already going to feel weird for EG because they haven't met that normal B main pressure.
No.
Full contact A
into the A side
is a crazy adjustment. What a pistol.
Hell of a read.
Dude, they've made no sound yet. How much space do they take on spawn before they even try plant here? Do they clear heaven before they go for a plant? Surely not.
Full walking screens with both duelists before the plant is even down.
Yeah, I mean, you hear that plant go down, you're wondering what the hell is happening here.
How is EG going to possibly read that both duelists are already screens here?
Oh no, they'll read that.
Ingrained towards the back. Gonna have to be cleared out here. And LEV, they didn't have to spend really an ounce of util to do it.
They're worried.
In the back pocket,
what a stun.
immediately off the first sign.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Dude, these two combos are so well, man. The stun flash. They just got it down better than any other team.
Rejoin the rest of the pack onto the side. The damage has been done. Pure reactions now. Gun in hand, just trying to hold it with the pixel angles of Horn as well, revealing, but time is being bled firmly off the clock. A bit of running and gunning here with the pistols, but it matters
on this one as
not.
well. Looking to make it easy.
To contain it all.
What a map he's having. Blows is looking immaculate. The Horn was also amazing.
Yeah.
And King was there on the reflank. He just sat in market for the majority of the round in Ramen. And then he was coming back through ropes as an insurance policy if it was ever required. Which it wasn't. Blows had it locked down.
For the record, was not required.
What a pistol, though. What a sick way of knowing your opponents expect something and subverting that.
And that's
yeah, it was good.
Trophy
it was very, very
nice,
nice.
to be honest. Getting one step ahead of.
Got 4 eco from EGSC, 1 banded here. Stack over towards B, though, so maybe.
With more of what you're expecting from them, that B main default. This is the kind of thing that EG will have been prepped for. Look at it.
They are. Look at them. They've got a paranoia held. Util does need to be broken, though, and that does pull Bow off the line.
Yeah, the person on default broke as well, so they don't know about backside.
Orb absorbed. Flash thrown out just to
1
scare
point.
them.
Yeah, the wall there as well, hoping
King
that
might
it would
take a
diffuse
little
the
bit of
trap.
space on this one. Fade Eye goes out as well, so maybe that's the key for him to
EG are going to be ready
start
for
exploring.
That. And they're trying to pull out as much util, spring the trap as early as possible.
Yeah, tempting it.
But actually, Bow holding on to it with quite a lot of patience there. And maybe here, King getting the wrong read, thinking that they would have scattered.
Or pass and stack. Surely they're not going to hit before Kings fell out over towards A.
Throwing util out, pound for pound, but they're not going to have too much more in the back pocket. Not with the eco situation that they're sitting at.
This is very good for EG.
It's all still holding it. It really is.
All on this.
Has to come to fruition. 35 seconds left. Time.
Yeah, King's gone a little late on this.
Barely any to work with here. Lev
They just have to send it into B, into the stack.
Through and past this one because already the gamble in a trap might be working out. That's a Horned up. Big reveal in through the back and no amount of dodgy movement. TGZ just can't really avoid most of this one here.
There were 4 here.
Dissecting of the site by Lev.
Okay.
Trying to pick it apart here. Zerona does the best that you possibly can do in a spot like that. 14 seconds remaining in through spawn.
Omen flash. Omen Flash Fade Eye was so good.
And they're even in maxing when the seconds are in the red.
Yeah, get that Phoenix Sword as well.
That's the quality. I mean, they know
Double pistol, double Phoenix Sword for your first big buy round.
And they've got that presence of mind and that calmness about them to be able to maximize. The bandwidth of the team mentally is so wide.
Nothing missing at all here. Sato.
He didn't even need the plan.
He didn't make the no, Dorello, it kind of depends on their positions.
Line for the bonus.
Another example, Brent, of EG having a nice idea. They knew what was coming at them. They've got a setup, but not breaking the haunt. And actually, having the haunt back on an earlier cooldown did make a big difference. They threw the haunt earlier on. Yeah. It got broken by Bao, and then this time Bao wanted to commit to the paranoia, and they weren't ready to break it.
That buff. Bringing the initiators back in line.
Yeah, it's funny. There's just a couple of rounds here and there where you really see the impact of that change.
There's one of them. All right, well, bonus idea to be cooked up here by LEV. They've got plenty at their disposal. Look at that util. I mean, you're lobbing absolutely everything at them at this point. The running back now going to be used to see if he can lay claim up towards heaven. Flash forwards, a sidestep though. Pocket of playing past the walls. Zerona, he was anti-Dazine even with that kill claim on the spike and a bit of spam, yeah. Can follow the Prowler perfectly at that. Straight to the body of Neon. Flash forwards, those Zerona, left guessing.
The flash went so far, it turned into him.
Where'd you get that one from?
So unlucky.
Funny all sorts of play now. Spraying away with a rifle, and that is beautiful work. EG.
It ends up being sick from them.
Keep it contained.
Yeah, great play there. Stylish stuff as well. Small smile on the face, even though they're 5 rounds down. EG can be happy about that. They're expected to win a round like that, but it's always difficult holding off.
Do you think EG not picking Summon into LEV is a miss? I think it's so fine to pick Sunset as well. You have to pick one or the other.
And Zerona fends off the Phoenix ultimate through a round. Let's go, everybody important, everybody required for that from EG. Back to the B main. Ideas for LEV, and this time only Bao looking to take contact.
There.
Bao was instrumental in their opening win against Envy. He had so many good rounds.
He's going to be tested here though. 5 kills to his name.
King is so passive on this.
Love to be the difference maker in a round like this. Pressure. It's there just from the hail of bullets that are going to be raining down, but the goal was never really to sight. LEV just wanted to buy a bit of space to get these orbs online.
Zerona got pulled over and threw down the molly, so they did draw a little bit coming out there, but Bao's still with that opportunity to jiggle peek and throw a paranoia.
Yeah.
LEV threatened like they could be going for a B repop or a mid
walk
on these kind of timings. And it's hard to tell which they're going to go for.
Keep you guessing. There's a smoke is propped up alongside that horn. There's going to be a flash through. Forward is the fight to be taken, but it is disjointed by EG.
It was so disjointed.
You can tell what the idea was.
I got one going through. One wants to get the flash out. One is... I fully understand it. They're so scared that like the fade eye is in the open here that as soon as they run out and there's a smoke, it's going to insta-scan. So one's running. This guy's scared of the eye and the other guy's shooting the eye.
We're in 2 minds about that. They didn't
I got one that's committing, one that's scared of a fade eye, one that's shooting the fade eye.
Which seems
just rough.
Less likely to me, given the positioning of Neon.
Scoping this one out. They only have 20
LEV has good coordination. They're very good coordination.
Potential for some trouble here.
It's some of the best util you'll see on this map. It's probably the best combo you'll ever see of like a Phoenix Neon.
At this point, probably going to be a save for EG.
Like the Phoenix Neon stuff is really, really good. Blows has got great util.
11 for LEV. They do concede it, but they are miles away, so I think
it's nice to watch.
Made for them.
These kinds of rounds are always a bit strange to me because EG have essentially made the gamble at 40 seconds left.
Yeah.
That it either comes A or they save. And what that means is you're never putting any pressure on LEV's economy at all. You're never allowing yourself to, you know, as EG, you win another couple of rounds, suddenly they're on an eco. It makes a comeback more possible if you're willing to fight through that. And EG need the rounds on the board anyway, so it's not like their economy can even get into a bad spot, because otherwise LEV would already have won the map. But all right, they give them somewhat of a freebie here. I think this is the first round where EG will be a bit disappointed at how they executed it. That might sound a bit generous to them when they're down by 6, but I actually think EG's general ideas and how they've been playing has not been bad. It's just that LEV have been better. This one was more of a fumble.
EG didn't LEV safe. They have to though. They got wrecked over towards middle here.
A little bit out of sync with
They'll have a better chance.
Yeah. I I think Zerona doesn't want to do a second flash because it would blind Superman.
Timeout.
And they don't have enough
Big
bodies
red button.
behind it.
Is there a fly in here? What the hell?
You can see the idea, but the execution really fails them there.
That's to be expected, I think, for EG. That's why we were talking about it being one hell of an upset, really, if they were able to at least get anything going for them. This is a squad that, you know, they've had a recent injection of new blood into the squad.
Apparently so,
quite
Chuck.
nice. Quite good, clearly coming
I thought it was too cold for them here.
There's a difference between Envy and LEVIATAN.
Is there really?
There is.
Yeah,
I hate to tell you. Yeah, there is.
I think you might be onto something with that one.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Take a look at this. This is the longest win streak that we've had in Americas. G2 currently hold the lead, the record.
You saw that fly 2 hours ago, Brian. You didn't tell me. That's crazy from you.
Their record that they've set in the past.
You're just keeping that to yourself.
LEVIATAN are on a 6-match win streak, looking to make it 7 here today. And I don't see any reason why they couldn't surpass G2's record.
No.
I think this is... It's very likely that LEV look like a strong team heading into champs as well.
You'll send the Mosquitoes there next, dude. There was a post recently. They're here now.
That's why of Sunset is so interesting.
They found a Mosquito last week, and then someone found it like a while ago as well. They're just out here now.
On that map, I would pin that mainly down to I think that Fury had pretty phenomenal prep work on the map. Good ideas.
Basics Deadlock was so good.
Yeah, well, here we are getting into the action once more. We'll see this one. There's a lot of util being held out up towards that B main control that LEV have now. Gearing up. Squaring it up now, but that's a Blaze Wall and a player
sound
alongside the Prowler. They've already inserted Spike, and now the ult orb picked up. They've got the prize they claim for. Looking to take it one step further forwards. There's a Haunt. Divides up the side here. EG, it's all on their shoulders. Arona out towards it, up towards Heaven.
Prius is sleeping, mate. No sound.
Run it back. He's going to be straight back into the action. Molly sidestep, but a plant down now for LEV.
The Jazine's not in a position to flood. We saw LEV in a similar situation, and they were fast on it. They let.
He's not getting that T-shirt, mate. He's never getting that T-shirt.
Instead, EG have allowed LEVIATAN to get into a post plant.
Nightfall. It's going to be sound.
No VIP, no T-shirt.
The indicators just one player in through CT. Flash held for a rainy day, and it happens to be now. It's pouring potentially. EG forwards, but then they had a count for that. It's Neon. High ground finally dealt with Superman. He's gliding to the side and eventually finds it, but
good idea going close.
Just
he outsmarted him as well.
Clean King. It's an exit round the corner, but it's not planning for him. He has to step up to it and still ends up winning.
You got to imagine that's it.
12-5.
How's he got away with that one? It's not planted for him. It's tucked around the corner. But just because he tries to create the diffuse pressure, unfortunately their Superman takes a huge amount of vulnerable. I think that makes all the difference. I would have liked to see him tuck a little bit more here instead of going for the swing while he's vulnerable. I think he makes it a bit too easy for King in that spot. LEV now with 7 opportunities to close out their map pick. Their best map.
Yep. And if it ain't broke, listen, don't fix it. Same B main defaults.
Luvinox, thank you so much. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you for that.
Orb conceded to them every single time, so to run it back earns up
what
once
Senti
more
would
for
you have in
Santel.
your team? I would have a Vice, and then if you don't have a good Vice player, I would accept the change. I would accept Cypher.
One step ahead.
Man, poor guys, dude. At least they're trying stuff.
Have a game plan to punish
and that feels
him,
like
says, no, I'm good actually.
No,
I love the way
doesn't feel like a nice thing to say, but
angle, he tucks on the right.
Another refight to be taken across the board, but it is desperation.
He's been blinded up.
It's EG grasping at straws.
Toxins going up.
Even when you know exactly what LEV are going to be doing on this map, they throw in enough twists and turns and test your execution
EG in their
just
first
enough
game.
that they still come out with dominant map wins like this.
Yeah, well, Superman's going to be chasing Ghost at this point, to be honest. Bauer's going to be under all this pressure. He's going to do it all from
dude,
this
I thought we nerfed this, man. How does it look unbelievable still?
And clinical stuff in the end. A bit of spam will solve the deal, and that is a map.
They're so good at this map.
Up nice and pretty.
Lovely to watch.
13-5 LEVIATAN. About as clean as you can really make it. Considering the early start as well, we were definitely ready to sing the praises of EG, but LEV here to play, really.
They look immaculate. You get them onto this map, and it doesn't matter who has tested them, they have always come out on top. One
I think the
slight
Cypher
wobble
buff
in the
has
grand
been
finals
really
of Americas
relevant in the
to
site
G2,
holding category,
ended up
then I
making
think
the difference in
Cypher
terms of
Vice
who
is
won.
map dependent.
But apart from that, it's just been perfection.
Yeah.
Basically every time. This is
I'll
their
leave the
home
favorites for
territory,
champs.
and EG were not going to find a win here today.
At least
Quite,
in the top
but
3.
we are
If they
moving
keep
into
this
more
form up,
uncomfortable
if they keep this form up,
Sunset.
sure.
Next map up here, LEVIATAN.
There's still 2 maps
Difficult
that
questions for
they
them,
kind
and a
of
real chance, I think, for EG to
untested
potentially
on,
draw
really.
blood and more. We're gonna
The
find
Sunset
out.
and
the other side of
Summit,
this,
if
so
they
make
get one
sure
of them
you do
good,
not
then
go
yeah.
anywhere.
Current favorites until proven otherwise. Yeah, probably that. Hailu will win champs. Dude, I need to check out China. It's crazy at the moment, right? Did Nova go 5-0? Or Nova was playing Tyler at one point, right? What happened with that? Nova went 5-0. Holy. What a turnaround from them. The CB redemption. Yeah, they got him back, right? Let me get this map up and then we're good to be right back.
Hi, we are here in the Howling Abyss setup. This is where the players will be playing when they're not on stage. And keep in mind, it seems pretty loud right now, like you can hear everything, but as soon as the match turns on, there is white noise blaring. Like we had to get it shut off to be able to film this because you will not be able to hear anything. But overall, the setup is so sick and everyone's warming up right now, getting locked in for the first match of the day. We are now on the EG side of their setup for Howling Abyss.
Be right back,
you
chat.
can see the entire team in the background as well, getting warmed up for the first match of the day. They're all getting pretty hyped and they all seem very locked in, so we should have a banger of a first match.
Perfect timing. Oh, they're lining up for a ninja scene! Slam ducks them!
Sin se resguarda en la zona de bajo cielo y de hecho Furia está súper incómodo, pero la de LEVIATAN es impecable.
Congrats on the map 1 win, but looking ahead to Sunset, you know, last week's showing wasn't the best out of LEV, but do you feel like 1 week's time is enough to kind of improve what went wrong against Furia?
I can respond with an example. In London, we lost against PRX on Ascent 13-1, and then we won that map against many good teams. You know, we don't think that one result is it's enough. You know, to explain the level of a team in a certain map. Probably you're gonna see other story now. I think that we are way stronger than we show against Furia. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so no big changes going into it or anything like that?
No, it's gonna be the same thing, but better.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing it. Good luck.
Welcome back to the Smoothie Bar, where I am awkwardly alone, and that's why I had to phone a friend. On your screen here, we've got Anders, former strategic coach of G2 and Fnatic, and general knowledge holder in the Valorant space. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, and we're happy to have you here because I want to dive into the game and talk some nitty-gritty for this first match, because it was really a game that, I mean, it was kind of a blowout and it could have gotten a little bit even uglier. Right from the start, Sato got on the board early with a round 2 ult, but in the details that ends up slipping away. What do you make of that situation?
I mean, it was something rather special, right? I think the intentionality of LEV's ult funneling was really on display. Sato got that 3K right off the bat, intentionally wrapped back to B main, got the orb, and then his team left the 4th guy in mid just so that he could come around and get himself online for that first ulti as quickly as he did. Honestly, if it hadn't been for Supa clutching up and neutralizing that first ultimate, this could have been even more of a runaway than what we actually ended up seeing. Not only that, but EG actually neutralized the 2nd ultimate as well. It was really something special because we're in sort of a time right now where I think a lot of teams have let that ult funneling, that ult econ management slip a little bit by the wayside, and LEV is the exact opposite here. They were absolutely running away with it.
Yeah, they're locked in on those small little details. And I was also really impressed with their defensive play, whether that was holding on to sites or quickly coming in on the retakes. And I know we have some rounds we can look at now of just how effective LEV were on the defense.
Yeah, I think that LEV did an incredible job of just conditioning all of the different axes of defense that you want to see out of a team. I think it was round 2-2, we see a classic LEV flash trap in B main. Even with EG respecting them on the first timing, throwing a Phoenix Molly, they still get absolutely blown out. Everyone dies in that B main trap. And then we see a couple rounds later, LEV is showing these phenomenal set B retakes. And then even further now, we see in rounds like this, where they go for those hard holds, that incredible blows 3K comes to mind. They showed sort of the key 3 pillars of defense, and it's something that EG just couldn't find their footing at any time throughout the map to try to stop.
Yeah, it was kind of funny listening to the cast because right at the beginning, Brennan and Josh, they're praising how effective LEV's retaking is. And then all of a sudden you have Blows just saying, no, I actually don't need any help retaking. He's just going to hold down the site. He had a great game, but also you can see the duelists from LEVIATAN absolutely running away with it. But Anders, I'd like to look forward now to a Sunset Map 2 where LEVIATAN got smoked last week. What are your takeaways from that game, and what do you hope to see different with them today?
I mean, I think that it's obviously a rare thing when we see LEV get blown out anywhere. I think that them leaning into their identity sort of as universally as they are with the Phoenix, with the Neon, with the Chamber, it has both its pros and its cons. I think that Sunset is a map where they kind of need to go a little bit more out of their comfort zone and push for something maybe like a Sage Chamber and see how that pans out for them. I think that Sato in particular, like, he's got infinite flexibility. He can definitely make it work, and I think that teams would be sort of hard-pressed to deal with that.
Yeah, I am curious. One of the things we were talking about before the show was some potential concerns with LEVIATAN's map pool, because Breeze is their permaban. They're 0-8 on it on the year. And then you have Sunset and Summit both coming into the pool after they win a tournament, but now they have to relearn things. Is this something you also share, that potential view, or do you see something different with LEV?
I think that it's definitely a concern. I think that part of my view on it is that I'm not overly worried for them. Part of that is because I'm biased. I have my own read on how the Sunset meta is going to sort of pan out, and I think they're well positioned to do well there. So I don't think it's pulling fire alarms yet necessarily, but if we do see that come out from them and it's not something I can really believe in, that's when I'd sort of start lighting the signal fires.
Can I get some leaked ideas from you? What do you personally like to see on Sunset these days?
Well, the part that I think is going to work well on Sunset, I think the Sage Chamber is obviously the go-to. I think that looking at Summit, sort of seeing how I expect their pool to flesh out over time, it's a lot of carryovers. I think the more they lean into the Chamber, the better off they'll be. A lot of people are going to be fixated on that Phoenix, on that Neon, the things that are sort of in your face right now. But I think the more important part is going to be looking at sort of the next step and the evolutions that we see in some of the other regions already coming through, with barrier sentis being widely adopted and the Chambers really popping off.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what our teams here can cook up. Thank you, Anders, for joining us here and giving your unique insight. But we're going to hop over and listen to another great mind, Coach Potter. Let's listen to what she's got ahead of map number 2.
Okay, I gotta know, going into that map veto and the result after, did you feel confident about the picks, considering these are 2 and 3 maps that, you know, you haven't really shown, but on the other hand, LEV has?
Yeah, for sure. You know, we had a pretty good idea of what their split would look like. I think on the attack side, you know, it's such a confidence game. If we hadn't lost or thrown, however you want to see it, that early 3v1 versus the Fade in sight, we probably would have rolled with a little bit more momentum going into the second half. But yeah, we got bullied in the first map. But it's no big deal. Sunset second, it's a comfort ground for us.
Yeah, exactly. Brush it off. And that's the second thing I was wondering is, did you pick Sunset because of Lev's poor performance? Or is it something that, like, or is it just a map that you feel very confident in?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both for sure. We're not really in a position right now to worry too much about countering or playing another team's game plan. It's definitely for us focusing on ourselves. So Sunset has been really fun for us. We're excited to see our comp in play.
Well, I'm stoked to watch. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The human body was
hello,
built
chat.
to move. Not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day.
W Potter, what did she say in her interview?
It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you. Gamers, hybrid workers, artists. Backing your every move.
Do you smoke? No, I don't smoke. Best Summit team at the moment might be GE. It's probably LEV or NRG, but I haven't watched the demo, so I don't know. Do we need to mute this? We can let it go. They could have had more momentum, they got bullied. Not on a level to anti. Sure. Fnatic had some good defense setups, yeah. Their Sage stuff, their Sage leaning A was like a good sign. Don't give me that bait. I know that one's bait. I read it, but I'm not gonna repeat it. You're on Haven? Nah, I don't think so. Well, maybe it's like 5th in the list of like what you would try with Yoru. Sunset could be alright. Not too bad for the rotates. Chamber, you get so much you get so much value on attack as a chamber that chamber might just be better and easier to use.
The wrongs of the past look a little bit better now, looking forwards.
I think this one's going to be so interesting. It's a sample size of
Neon
one right
Chamber,
now for LEVIATAN Sunset.
Sado, Phoenix,
and it was
sure, they go for this.
From basic, and the Deadlock throws so many things around. The Gravnet ideas at the beginning of the round, the Gravnet ideas into backside, the way that it was comboed with
Fury looked really good.
Fury looked very
Viper
good, and they had some very
on this.
like set ideas, set strats of what they wanted to run. This come from EG that Potter was hyping up. It looks to be a lot
thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate the 15
It looks like
months.
your ideas on attack are going to come down
How do
to
coaches
Zerona
recognize
or
what the new
Bao,
meta will be, like the meta changes?
lurking into positions
I
on
think
the
you
attack
get a
side.
good feel
You know,
for,
you set up
like
a
in your
Viper
head
wall
you already
towards
have
A,
like
you try to create pressure through
it's like
mid
when
or B
Yoru
and
got
lurk
nerfed,
through A.
right?
You know, these
You're
kind
like,
of ideas. Less of
you were
the set
pretty on
strats,
board
less
that
of
Phoenix
stuff
was strong.
That, really caught
Because you
Lev
started to
off
see that it
guard
was like
in the game
a
against
thing.
Furia. So I think that sample
So
size
you can kind of go
being
down the
small,
list in terms of what you think is strong.
It's a great opportunity now
use
for
what's
us to see
strong.
what happens
And
when
also
Lev go
just
up
playing
against someone
pracs, man.
different.
You
Does
play
the comp
pracs
maybe
and
need
people
adjusting,
wreck
like
you with
Anders
certain
was
stuff
talking
and you're
about?
just like, oh,
Or
that was
can
good.
they run this identity, this theory, across basically all of the maps in their pool?
We did a thing. We did a thing in where you would write down in EMEA. I had a list of
A bit of a statement.
I had a list of 6 teams
the Masters winners
that I knew were like innovators on new maps.
High-low setup as well.
And as soon as a new map would come out, I would try and play those 6 teams.
Into their line of sight. So
if there was a new meta, big patch, I would try and play those 6 teams. Everyone else, just copied, to be honest.
Up the mid angle. No one is going to be playing off the back.
You would just play those 6 teams, and then you'd work out what's best, like from them.
They've set up little traps all over the place here. Another high-low out towards this tiles area. This is going to be
which teams?
Potentially catching Superman. Cleans anything.
Any team Doom Bros was in.
I think Sato was looking at his screen.
Ascend.
Wasn't it?
All good though.
Fnatic.
And another one we weren't talking about it. It's just all
Gambit.
taken across the map.
Team called Giants back then. They were a Spanish team.
Forward. Spike though, not done yet. Not
and there was another team.
Pancakes eventually there with a return of the kill.
I want to say it was big.
Play disadvantage suddenly evened out. It's a 2v2. Damage done straight through the wall. This is EG. They're finding their moment and finding it well.
It's that lurk pressure. The way that they play off each other. It's going to be absolutely key with this comp.
Said Sunset was going to be that point of contention here for
God
the
B? Yeah, I think it was God B's big. Existence had a team back then that was pretty interesting. But a lot of this stuff was like, they were abusing it. They were playing agents that weren't strong.
Doesn't overexpose.
But they had good theory.
Missed the chance to potentially deal some damage. King
Giants before the X, yeah, before the X.
Forward's got the smoke out into his hands, and that's layered down perfectly onto the spike. Pancakes has that recon, so fight taken is a good timing for it, but King committing to the reload now, dipping and weaving in and out through the smoke. ISO these fights, ISO them well, still damage done, but now to defuse. That time
very nice from Pancakes. Like his insta walk once
secure up that
the first tap came in.
EG have done really well there to be able to turn that round back in their favor, and a really great spot that they found.
It was a little bit easier back in the day though, because
2v1 was
they didn't change the game that much.
That's despite
they
the
changed the
fact that
game
they
a
were
lot
digging
faster these
themselves
days.
out of losing players early. But it's because they don't play the round as simply. They don't just push A on the exit.
Didn't work for the Astra meta. You're a year late to that one. Mate, it's not my fault. Everyone in EMEA was shit.
Threaten a lot of lurks. That's what this comp is going to be.
I came top 2 when the EMEA meta was there. Without using Astra. What does that say about EMEA? Don't come for me.
Sticking with a pretty similar game plan here. This is all in aggression. And the util not accounted for. That's a Hornets letting up multiple EG players. They are no more.
It's brutal that EG have lost a couple players there. Handed over a Bulldog. At least they were able to recover the Guardian. Lev basically just
in the EG comp having 2 lurkers.
With the sun, with the paranoia.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Single player.
Yeah. They won't double luck at the same time.
A bit of health been dropped on Spike and King, but you'll take that.
Bro said top 2, you say you lost? I mean, we qualified fast. We didn't actually lose.
Crack open a door. Keep them guessing.
There's only 2 teams that went to Reykjavik first one.
Not punished.
Look at the confidence they have in Neon to just hold the whole of A against that Viper wall.
Yeah. Rendezvous tucked towards the back of A, and you can see EG got to resort to these contact plays. It's risky business, really.
It's going to be a B
retake. You think people are so used to NAF equals agent killed?
Not going to want to take a fight with 35
yeah,
HP.
When it's a big NAF, teams don't want to try it, for sure.
So Bao will have a great idea that there's at least a few people.
Like Yoru's death was probably exaggerated, for sure. But it kind of also works out, because if you want to use the agent, if no one uses the agent, they eventually buff it anyway.
Great point to make, and with shots like this, I mean,
so you
Neon
can just wait. They are in so much... Jesus, that second shot is outrageous, mate.
And Zerona, as we mentioned from prior, it's not planning for him. That's...
Well...
dismal stuff for EG.
Yeah, that's a disaster. That is an absolute disaster. You can't be losing 2 players.
They can pick up every single gun on this one.
After just getting run at in B main, and even in a 3v5, their decision to plan for B main, but then not go back and fight the flank, to in fact move away from it and flip, I think is just the wrong call. The flash, the haunt, I mean...
And the haunt's getting so much work done.
It's really quite nice. It is quite nice. And those shots are deadly as well.
Those shots are outrageous.
It's the quality difference you get with a team like LEVIATAN.
Don't worry, Varel was losing every eco. Mate, why do I want to watch Varel again?
Unbelievable.
Foxy 9 is just the best to watch.
Neon has a little bit of help. Blows is setting him up, making him feel a bit more confident to get on a deeper angle over towards Elbow. Still not trying to get him on the deepest possible line. Skirmish happening towards top mid here as EG look to try to navigate a pick with this hero rifle in Dujazin's hands.
Trying to work their way up through mid. Spike, second guessing whether geometry in the map is. Bumbling into walls in the process, but he's still alive for now. LEV just looking to put a stop for them being able to get through this mid avenue. Door's going to be cracked open now. It doesn't
If these two make sound,
look at this lurk timing.
It's straight through, isn't it? And they are all eyes set towards it, but he just can't quite claim that one.
They didn't really consider the lurk.
Instantly there to return. Gets that kill. Mopped up. Potential weapons hand over, but King now.
King to save him.
Feeling it potentially. No speed up called for. EG is still just walking steadily into the side. They might be paying as a result of it. Still a 3v3. Dazine steps past.
Nice.
Snaps straight to the dome.
Kind of liked it from EG though. The little insert in the corner over towards middle was
based
good.
on EG not having the greatest weaponry, but there was a massive gap towards top mid. I think especially when you're thinking about how these compositions are going to work, I've said it before, I'll say it again. EG are going to be inserting players, going to be trying to lurk players through. And Bao just wandered into Boba there and was right behind him.
One enemy remaining.
Those are gaps that LEV cannot afford to have around the map. This time the trip is there from Neon.
Shakhtar sailing overhead. Well, that's going
What
to be
in
landing
the-
over towards mid.
What in the
No, that's one to
util?
break a completely different trademark.
Yeah. EG preempting that there could be a bit of a
What was it?
refight
Shock
play.
here?
Doing this pretty
Where did
consistent
the
now.
other shock
They
go?
mix it up. It's not always
Is it like
that
here?
predictable.
First round,
Is it
actually.
meant
the
to go
Neon's got
under
an
the door, or is it
aggressive
meant to go
line
towards
here,
middle?
Towards A. Normally he's been playing a bit more passive, but
Ahead of the Viper wall.
also Zerona's never really been
It's close
trying to
still.
lurk up A. The lurks have come through
There
mid.
we go. There's the flash stun on this. It's nicely done from DG's end. It's also dude, his stun back here was so good.
Humbles them a little bit in the process. Still King. It's lovely kills as well, flooding all the way through. Immediate trades off the back of it.
Slight mechanical whiff there.
DG's in,
from Spike.
stuns back, and
Left
plays
his team in a
anti-flash.
2v4. It's going to be half the blows of Neon to dig themselves out, and now it's all down to that A main defender in a 1v4. This round has not worked out for LEV. EG super prepared, good positioning as well. Always having in a player in that spot where they're going to be able to swing out and punish if that B main refight happened.
1v4, now 1v3.
Now they have flipped again to where it's not planted for them, but at least they have a player market now.
But it is Neon.
No, even Neon can't do this.
And he seems to agree. So
it's good to have confidence.
I mean, their
but
money's
it's also
good.
to
It's okay to
know
do
your
this.
limits a little
You should
bit.
try get a kill or
It's
two.
a spot where getting exits is actually really good, though.
Yeah,
but
you
he's
should
not
try
gonna
and
play for that
be
now,
dueling in middle, really.
Yeah, not going for it. Giving it up. So we'll be 2-2. EG still in this one.
I think you've got to give credit to EG that they are very aware of the style of LEV, if not the details, because, again, you've only seen LEV play once on Sunset.
Yeah.
You're not going to be hard anteing them, but you know that they're the kind of team that likes to do this type of stuff. And so Digizine's positioning
that
here
stun back.
to avoid the stun, to avoid the flash. Look at how he plays anti-flash there.
Did it
Very
twice.
aware. It's a small mechanical whiff from Spike, but even if Spike had hit the shot, he still goes 1 for 1.
Yeah.
And Digizine cleans it up.
We are
Insta
timeout here
timeout.
for LEV.
Maybe after seeing how DG's in
do.
handled
Like you
over
said, I
towards
mean,
B.
EG
Don't want to do
preempting, I
that
think,
trap
the
play
refights.
anymore.
You could see it at the beginning. They were tapping the orb. Digizine's position, trying to play the anti-flash too.
One of the strategic things that I haven't talked about too much, but I think is really important and the coaches will be discussing here.
They could
is
also
that the
double
Viper
down and fight
wall
B main
and
like a
orb
little
over towards
heavier.
A, which creates
Like
lurk
earlier
pressure on A,
Yeah.
but actually EG have never scaled behind it. So they've never tried to push Zerona or Bao or Superman, whatever, behind that Viper orb and wall. And in theory, they're hoping that it still keeps a couple players from LEV in those positions, giving it a lot of respect. And so Neon has been there just kind of watching the Viper wall for a long time and not been able to do anything about it. He's not been able to have impact in the round, Neon particularly, because he's just staring at the lurk setup. So I think LEV could make an adjustment to put Neon in another spot. Maybe he's the one that fights over B main, for example, and instead you throw one way and have King hold the A line more aggressively. The point generally being that I think LEV can disrespect A a little bit. And EG, perhaps one step ahead of that, want to genuinely create some pressure this time over on the east side of the map.
I play on a flat Premier team and there's no way you are gold and have a good macro understanding. That's incredible. And probably true.
lose the snake bite. EG, no intention to rush into things. The spike is very much in a safe spot. Hell of a lot of damage. 140 with a ding. Superman. Trademark at least broken. Walking up behind him. Blows is ready. And Samku's heard. Neon knows at least.
Daninko. Wait. Daninko live.
It's funny because we know they have a shotgun
the 6 months. Thank you for that.
But they didn't use it.
Didn't utilize it that round, did they? Drone to try and pave the way forwards in through market and beyond, but really lurks occurring on every side of the map. It was just an insert now that Bao's going to be placed in. Another one of those classic refights, but Neon's just catching all of it here. Bao, he's finding the one, but that's okay. Spike getting that done apparently. The Jazeen, stun, sidestep it looks like.
Oh.
As that wall fades away, so does the Jazeen's
Nada, it was pretty doable.
Neon is too good in those positions. They jump cleared him. First player jumps, second player swings in. He kills the jumper player and TPs before they can trade it. He's so fast. Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Pancake's left with it all to do. I didn't catch where the first shock actually went from Pancakes at the start of the round. King looking to clean him up here potentially. Paranoia is going to catch at least.
15 seconds remaining. Pancake's looking like he wants to make a good go, but then second guessing.
Locked in.
Right.
1-2, can't buy next. Force him down to an eco.
1 round lead for now.
It'd be very good if
Neon was just able to hold
Lev actually got a sunset done. It'd help their map all up.
His trip collecting the timing on it.
Blows ready to play off the back of it too.
Yeah, Blows just gets perfect information there. And if EG start to get the read that that is where the trip is positioned, then maybe they can play around it. For now,
Did they force up?
It up?
They force up double stinger.
On the right.
This time it looks like there is a shock tower for that.
Straight up A hit. Sova ult. Late recon once they get over towards side. Mate, really late recon.
Up residency. Sidestep at a C is going to be avoided. Now we're going to see it. Hunter's Fury off the back of that one.
Very nice.
To see if he can pinpoint the accuracy.
Oh, it's great damage.
No more. Obliterated. Very cheeky idea. The Jazeen swinging wide.
Oh, nice.
The
same time Superman swings out.
Spike immediately reciprocating.
I like how confident they were in this A hit, by the way, to force up into this double stingers. It's a bold call, but it's really paid off.
For the right time to activate off the back of that pressure.
Oh,
Swing from the side. This is EG.
Big gamble.
Statement piece
Big payoff.
Much faster,
the
much more
the late recon that lands over towards sight, and then he has, even when the recon doesn't scan, he knows like back right sight and close where to ult.
But I think that was King's ult.
Oh,
really
it was King's ultimate. Oh, it was.
I was mistaken. It just looked like King was, I don't know, playing for the enemy team.
It is a great combo though. I mean, if
dude, he did that without any info. Well, like he obviously has info, he knows sight's clear, but.
But yeah, you've.
Let's go, boys. Beautiful. Beautiful.
I think it was nice.
You've sold me a ruse.
Yeah, I love spreading misinformation on the internet. What can you do?
Oh, complete swap up of Lev's defensive setup here though.
Yeah, Chamber.
Neon does go over to
Chamber over towards B, still going aggro. Problem with this is like this Viper smoke now gets max value. The Chamber's playing in front of it. Probably the one. But like DG's in's just so impactful right now. What the? Oh, dude, I saw his low sense there.
He's jumping on the chance, chomping at a bit to get involved. And now
ran out of mouse
themselves at a conversation, shouting from the bloody rooftops at this point.
It all looked so good for EG. It looked like they got themselves in such a nice position, the increase in pace. And Lev slammed the door in their face.
They're dead. Toxin screen down.
It's Rona. Trying to find ins into this round, but the spike is way out of grips.
He's got time to play with. He can threaten the pressure through stairs.
He's waiting for the fuel to come back. But a moment
the mods are going crazy in YouTube, but what's going on over there?
Oh, he's found a timing.
I left it guessing, but surely, yeah, there it is. Watchful eye, that is
Neon. Right?
Posted up on the right time.
They're having a good time.
What a fight between Spike Scene and Digizine there.
Mate, Digizine ran out of mouse mat. It looked so awkward.
I mean, incredible scenes from both of them. Take a look at it on the replay.
In each other's faces, yeah.
The entry is so nice as well. Oh, hard to control your aim for both players in that position.
30 seconds left.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think EG
I'm not 100% Duralo.
It feels like the beginning of Split.
I'm pretty
again,
confident.
To some degree, where
I think people do
ideas, sometimes just getting outskilled, and then, all right, what are you going to do about spots like that?
Yeah.
But they are certainly putting pressure on, and we're seeing some of the good stuff that LEV have got and some of the slightly wonkier stuff. Of course, on Split, LEV then just ran away with the game in the second half, and honestly towards the end of the first half too.
Yeah, it wasn't close really from that point on, was it?
If the chamber keeps playing over towards B, they can go a lot slower. They are creating pressure over towards
that's what we've been selling.
over towards A with the Viper smoke.
We don't know though, to be honest, do we? Because again, as I like this. This is a phrase that I've heard Zix use before. You only see 10% of the matches that these teams play.
Yeah.
Because 90% of it is scrims behind the scenes that they play against each other. So, you know, the official matches are just a sliver, the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, I mean that explains everyone's vetoes at
play this map
Masters.
This is the second time of witnessing them on Sunset,
sometimes
seeing
they're
what their theory
crazy.
looks like. We don't know how deep it goes, how good they are looking against squads that come out with this slightly slower, lurkier playstyle from EG.
That's going to be the weaker buy for them. EG.
Okay, they actually put the Viper wall over towards A as well, so they're creating 2 lanes in which they can walk up here. So that kind of indicates they should be going insanely slow on
2
this.
fast rounds in a row.
Pranas with the tier 1, appreciate the whole year. Thank you so much. Envy win the next game, right? Dude, I've learned after the last MIBR Envy game, I don't have an opinion on that game.
The one catching contact, just looking to contain up towards mid.
I'm not doing what I did last time.
But okay, Spike controls the aim towards the bitter end.
Solid shutdown over
Wrangles the
towards
rifle
middle.
in his palms. Blows. Plenty ajar is this, but keeping it controlled again. Calm is the aim. Could have been a misstep.
Certainly could have. Some dangerous moments, but when you've got players that aren't calm under pressure like that. Even after taking an aim punch
you're right.
from
Shit, sorry,
Superman's
mate.
Classic.
If they are, thanks so
Still
much for
just
the
rock
primes.
solid
Appreciate
with
the
the
11
spray
months. Sorry
transfer.
that I missed that, mate.
The Jazine's the danger player there, and Spike helps him hit the dirt quickly.
Just MIBR.
I'm interested in the next one though. If EG get weapons back,
Don't
are
want,
they going back for the faster
don't want to watch an Envy.
Spike is in the middle of nowhere.
Don't want to watch them whip out another
no.
Ascent default comp.
This is going to be another one of those slower rounds where the new IGL has opportunities to make plays happen.
Yeah, EG have so
Where's the
much to
Viper
consider.
smoke now? They save it this time?
It's a slower comp, as we've been saying. Fight for the Cypher.
This makes a lot more sense because they're walling their smoke. Last round did
We'll see
exactly
what
the same
EG can
thing.
do with it.
Walk left with me, come. Okay.
See, I'm walking towards A as well. Yeah.
Pana's gonna drop, okay? We gotta go wide here, ready? Yeah, wide. 1, 2.
Jake, you need to try to grab box.
One elbow, elbow one.
Nice.
Stop it. I'm blind. Two, link. I have him in.
Wait, Jay, wait, come with you.
They're fighting.
Two there.
130, 135 neon. 135 neon. Two link. Neon
On the right.
Full straight. One HP, nice. Yo, 4v2 boys, we have advantage.
I'm coming
Wait,
late.
this is one of the weirdest rounds.
Okay. 4v2 boys.
I will pick up flank.
Planning in the open.
Okay. I think don't need Psych May here.
Heard. Starting spawn.
Could be hiding behind the box.
You have full flank fight?
Yeah, full flank. Coming or lane?
I have full city.
Don't see him.
Nice, Douglas! Come on, man! I told you. Let's go, baby!
Let's go, Doug!
Let's go, step right.
Dude, it was so weird. They just 2-pass an X-Sect on their own, right?
To be honest, the comms were looking clean from EG.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
Good communication structure.
I would love to have heard
I
the
way
comms
that
like
they're
10 seconds
comboing
prior
the
to
swings
this.
together, recognizing that Omen one-way was going to
They
come through.
just
and they're saying
reckon
they
they just felt like they had the time with the Viper.
calling timings to each
Elbow
other.
running back that they just went for it.
Underrated as well,
Pretty
but
cool
the
that they're allowed to
HUD
do that
comp
as well.
is actually really important to make sure that you're actively acknowledging what your teammates are telling you sometimes. Big round.
EG just trailing by 1. It was a big round for them.
You realize that the fade? Yeah, it might have been from that as well.
But then speeding up at the right moment.
That was
It's a good change up from Lev. Get punished over towards A, now they put the chamber, and they can also put the chamber in front of this Viper
very
smoke.
aggressive position, looking to get deep in front of that Viper wall.
And the orb as well that's been laid down prior.
Yeah.
Meant to be creating all this pressure. Keep them guessing if it all
I feel like this isn't the best use of a Viper wall while the smoke's here, but
Probably just gets away with it, doesn't it? Neon. He's on a bit of a pixel angle.
Yeah, but now his trip is not that useful. But just so.
Steady is the aim, yeah.
And he's going to be able to set back up elbow, and now his trip is important. Lowe's has still got a lot on his hands to be able to deal with that top mid pressure. Superman's doing a good job.
If that bounced off of that.
It's not where they wanted it.
Spam, I mean, Sadow's just containing it all towards Market. Realize they may have slipped the net. And it is accounted for by Spike.
Wanted to block stairs.
Good work
His mate
there.
then gets
Lots of
spammed
pressure
through
from
the
Superman
wall.
towards that top mid position.
Zero
Lowe's
fight.
had to call
Appreciate
for
the
help.
2-1.
Spike
Thank you
scene
for the
had to
27
come
months.
over. But then the way that Spike and Sado then rotate to deal with
Why
the
are they
market
in the same
pressure,
spot? I couldn't really
much
tell you,
better
to be
than we were
honest,
seeing
because they
from
do the
LEVIATAN
same
in those
thing.
early rounds where they left large gaps around the place.
At least the initial bit of the wall does.
Similar kind of setup. EG trying to prod and create problems all across the map on their
They
default.
go back to the A hit.
LEV deal with it.
The reason that A hit was so good was the Sova
need
ult
at
though,
least one
so.
more out of these final two.
This could be a fast round from EG cooked up here.
Well, what is this one?
An immediate runner back.
Omen TP down, double push over towards A.
Up, that's going to be disengaged now. It's a split through mid.
Fade ult, dude, fade ult Neon ult is disgustingly strong if he swings out here.
Right there behind him, and with that rifle
Those
in play,
HPs are so low. Oh my god!
What's he
doing, bro? It's crazy to think it's the best timing ever. He was hoping that the fade ult was still going to be there and that they wouldn't hear his footsteps.
It's wild that Zerona has to defend himself in there.
Yeah, but he's so fast and he can't hear anything because the fade ult. It's also, there's not the shotgun nerf. He probably gets that kill, I guess.
Cool set play from LEVIATAN, but EG all over it. Denying the pressure coming out from Sato and then immediately responding with a fast A hit. Zerona will have been...
It's quite far. I mean, 42
extremely
HP.
Scared when he saw
It'd be close.
running towards him as he's trying to plant inside the pit. If he had gone down in that situation, could have been a completely different round.
And players maneuvering up through spawn here. King could definitely do some economical damage. He's hunting for it. Wants to take that off out of the hands, doesn't he?
Jazim was almost close to dying to Spike there as well.
Yeah, potentially.
Last round before the
See how important that is for the last round here to half.
It's actually going to make a big difference. The EG money is not good. They're going to be coming in with, you know, not just like armor. I think they might even have to scrimp and save on some util here and there.
Okay.
Just appeared.
That's comical.
Yeah, no one defending Zerona inside of that. They just assumed no one would be bold enough to go for it.
I mean,
yeah, so missing a snake bite.
You wouldn't
on
think someone's doing it.
Zerona, but that's it. Of course, a Guardian on pancakes too.
This one? No, they got so wrecked. It was a great idea from Lev.
For EG,
if EG
Shock Dart this time does
aren't
deal with
doing
that
this round,
so he's
like they're not
incentivized to
just
go on
A
a more
hitting,
aggressive angle at A. That's the only way
they
he's going to
win
be
it.
able to hold.
Finally found its mark.
Okay, now we save the... Dude, I swear that...
Attackside operator in the hands of...
I swear he's just messing up his Viper stuff, and when he's done this wall, he's meant to save his smoke like
There's
this.
going to be people here.
Spike. Much further forward than before. He's been playing this one a bit more passively.
Dude, every single time they walk up mid, though, they've been getting owned.
Traders there, at least, but that is sharp from blows.
Just a two-person hold every single time. If they pushed back this and then did this, they would have great success.
Neon just backing away, looking to size.
Like if they did what they did here,
and he's always
before
gonna get
this,
back
then
on the
you don't
angle,
have
isn't
that hold here.
So confident, Neon.
They're
EG
like,
have been trying to
they're
create
kind of
this
just jumping
mid-pressure
steps
over
against the
and
chamber.
again. But it hasn't worked quite a lot of the times. And now they don't have a smoke to
Looking like
even create
Fnatic
that
last
pressure.
year.
I don't know
Just the
what they're
mid
doing
default
right
into
now.
the
Much
stroll
better
through
could
mid.
be
Oh
made,
yeah.
but here it comes,
To be
pivot
fair
to
though,
market.
Fnatic would honestly spend 40 seconds and then eventually do this because they have no time.
Doesn't reveal his hand, does not fire away here, and Sadow's got it all covered towards main.
It's a good defense,
2-round
man.
lead
Lev
here
will
for
take
Lev.
that.
EG no slouches. Listen, you cannot count this team out, but back and forth is the way that half went.
EG were putting rounds on the board in fits and starts.
What have they got? They got a
their pistol,
Viper,
failed the
Viper
follow-up.
Cypher.
Had another couple of big rounds towards the end as well.
Yeah,
That
maybe
Viper's
5 is
pit
good.
round might have just saved the half for them. 7-5 is not too bad. You get another pistol on the board and able to follow up. There are still chances here for EG to take it.
Still up in the air. Still anyone's game here for Sunset. We're going to find out soon enough.
Just sit in mid there. Yeah. The thing is that I think Because normally you look at the chamber and you're like, oh, this isn't going to be good. But mate, chamber's so good at defaulting over towards A. You can disrespect every bit of util. You can get in that corner on the bottom right where normally people will swing out early. They're trying to catch you like running away. So that you're not used to actually like fighting it against someone that will stick there. What else have they got? A Phoenix. Maybe they can run some fast strats if they want to as well. Are you gonna watch MV MIBR? Nah, we're only committing to the 5 games a day. It's just easier to do. We'll raid someone though, like a Zix or something. Prime ad? I should have done a prime ad. So good. Raid Mel? Yeah, we can raid Mel for sure. Am I washed? Yeah. We've discussed this earlier. I'm a washed sellout, man. You just got to accept it.
Emphasis going to be placed here into EG's hands. Can they get it done on Sunset against the Leviathan squad that have shown signs of weakness at least? They are still down.
Are you going to watch the Americas games when we get to playoffs? Playoffs and play-ins. I'm more tempted to break the sleeping pattern.
This is going to be intriguing. If EG can put together a pistol here and
am I going to wreck myself for groups? Not a chance.
There are still chances for them.
For 2 teams that can't make the, especially for 2 teams that can't make it through template. Not a chance.
3 players set up over towards elbow. Neon. Some early util to see if they can set him up onto the line. Pure reaction time test, but he's got the
this is nice though. This is what the chamber does.
Covers him from the dart. Doesn't have to use
completely wrecks all of your little setups to push them away from this angle.
He's still looking for a little bit extra here,
get some high util out of you as well.
This time we'll respect it.
I will say, love that Superman didn't use his flash on this one.
He's never lacking confidence, is he?
Very good from him.
He didn't actually pull out the paranoia. LEV are now going to work their way through market, challenge Bao.
It's an off angle. Unanticipated. Still traded out though in the end. Tiles. Accounted for, chip damage, potentially bringing Neon almost down.
No, why would you wall up?
He realizes it.
Oh, they let him out with a wall up.
Safety in numbers.
Yeah, good game sense from Neon.
Very forward. It's the play by Spike. Trying to hold control over towards Boba.
Making sure that they break the trip on the flank as well, just to keep Neon there.
Sunbur a stun. Spike who gets past a lot of this one here. Dash just goes straight into the wall here.
Oh
this is
my.
Seconds left off the clock.
Actually
it might
caught
not
him
matter
up.
Anyway, Digizine. Sharp shooting. Just
From
for that ghost in hand, but time is ticking. And that is Sato lying in wait. Flash in your face, pancakes. Can't see a bloody thing. And into the 1v1 we go, but it matters not, does it?
No.
Yeah,
no
very
time
nice.
at all to work with. This is LEV with a pistol.
Might be good to run away with this one.
Up to 8.
Neon's played that round perfectly in terms of navigating the pressure over towards the A side of the map. And those 2 kills
I can't believe they walled up a middle and he got out.
You just don't get better. It's so snappy from one head to the other. I'm getting inspired
The bandit,
to use
this is what I'm saying, the bandit headshot, man.
Me feel like
feels like a mini Guardian.
It up way more in my ranked games.
I think the reason Buff's going to be helping it out a ton with that.
I'm definitely one of those people that tried using it early and then thought, wow, this is so awkward.
You're scarred for life. It's, yeah, it wasn't good.
Well, I think it was. I was just bad. It's the problem with replicating
can be true.
Yeah, that's also, yeah, that's the Another triple stack from EG over towards A. They are determined to push this into Neon. I don't know why you would.
Oh, you just don't want to test this guy.
Oh, no.
Leading Rookie of the Year for a reason.
Are you a bandit believer now? Mate, why are you trying to say now like I wasn't before as well?
See it now. Bow towards the back of the site, but yeah, surely going to be dealt with.
Kind of tarnish my reputation as a bandit believer.
Any more problematic players that might be there towards the back of the site?
Are LEV the best team at making sure the Phoenix has all into the next round?
He'd love to chase down his final kill.
Yeah, and that's why they're swapping it in.
Yep, swapped around the guns.
LEV are so good at optimizing in these kind of situations.
Well,
exactly how to play it, don't they? With Sadow's death, he's going to have that ult for the next, and that was the entire goal to Jazeen. Looks to make a miracle out of the moment, but not much to work with. Stinger picked up. Smoke drifting down, but they call for the 3-2-1 swing. All contained, all managed.
Really nicely handled there.
Should set sub goals during America's streams. If we reach them, you have to watch the second series. Dude, for play-ins and playoffs, I'm all for that. Again, I'm not owning myself a champ point that doesn't matter for some of these teams. Like, is MIBR NV gonna matter at all? No. They're both gonna be in play-ins. They're both going to have to play through play-ins.
He's just a bit too good to be doing
Champ points will not matter.
Clash, though, at A.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be. And you've got
selling out for sleep. Dude, that's crazy he gets that.
It's pure filth.
Oh, and they punished the orbs as well, and the big buy round. And now they got a Phoenix Sword as well. And the Phoenix Sword gets pure good info.
At least the runner back dealt with, but Pancakes is going to be in a world
and
of
then
hurt now.
He runs into the stun. And no one's overheating still.
Fronts, but looking to barrel his way forwards, but the trades immaculate. Lev not missing a beat.
Spike planted.
Here.
Why did he try to pick up the orb? Because they got baited in by the chamber. He thinks it's a solo chamber trying to disrespect it, and he has no TP, so why would a chamber jump through the smoke? Turns out there's 5 there.
Anything to even the scoreline, anything to even it at all, but it's just King accounting for it out towards Elmo. Blows.
Man, they don't even swing off a timing, they just pick their own timings and go for it. I thought they were going to do some disciplined setup there.
And then now they got an eco, and on the eco they're going to get the fade ult, and they're going to use the fade ult into the buy rounds. Then it's 11-5.
Whereas aim resets faster.
It's absurd, isn't it?
The way he gets away with it, I don't know how he
so
does it.
talented.
He just knows the intrinsic timing down to the milliseconds.
It's outrageous.
I feel like teams will watch this and be like, mate, should we just be playing chamber
like that? It shouldn't be legal.
On Sunset, you got to.
Yeah, you can see it all over Potter's face. Just like, what? I mean, what are you supposed to do against a chamber player who's A main defaulting?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Throw stuns at him and
it's too good. You can throw all the util in the world,
one-taps
and he still might pop you.
Jumping up. He gets a fast timing, silent jumping up A main. You use util, and he one-taps you.
You got to just chamber off him, man. You got to get a chamber, and then just... I mean, to be honest, you just run a Sage and then you just insta Sage slow.
At some point in rounds like that, you do just have to hold up your hands and say, well, they're just better.
Yeah. And they've proven it. They have a trophy, actually, in the cabinet to really hammer that point home.
A big one, too.
Yeah.
The use Sunset is Neon Fade Omen Sage Chamber.
So that'll be,
Neon Fade Omen Sage Chamber. Yeah.
I think you nailed it. They're the best team in the world, but they don't have the America's trophy. Curious.
I think
Masters might supersede the America's trophy. As much as I love America's.
Mustang with the Prime, thank you so much. Thank you.
I just mean that's a narrative for us to be following over the course of this stage.
I feel you.
Certainly they're going to be looking to add more silverware to the cabinet.
Yeah.
Right here.
A weaker buy again. I feel like I've been saying that a lot for EG. But they've been having a rough go of things. It was very back and forth for the first half, but this is looking like it's going in a similar direction to Split.
Well, it was a brilliant time to pull out a set play like that on the bonus.
Fade over the server.
Where you're going to be
I could switch the fade to the server.
Had a contact up. Lev, they were holding
if you're an awful Neon, I could switch the Neon for a Raze.
Jazeen will be the one to take that contact first. He's got a bucky in his hands.
Yeah, this is not Neon taking the timing though, so no chamber rendezvous.
I wouldn't want to, but I could.
Going to be breaking that one. Prowler's going to be let loose here, and that's a seize. The molly, fast lane, still wants to stay up onto the line here, reinserting himself, but spammed down, and Pancakes trying to peek off of all of that one. Spike, brave as anything, running them down through elbow, trying to maintain control of it. Pancakes is still here now. Another ult expended. Anything to see if they can win out the day and win out the round here.
Man, Lev just kind of make the Neon and the Phoenix look so
exactly
broken.
Pancakes is.
And I only really think the Phoenix is like super broken.
Zerona might be able to slip through and do something.
It's a smoke in his face.
It's a good sign for Lev. This win for them is like very big.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I know it's against EG, but getting this map good for them is like, it has to be one of their priorities.
It's just not even
this
intended,
breeze.
Oh, it's vile. Not even intended as a roll. Okay.
Lev
I missed your sub, dude. How am I missing so many subs today?
Brilliance sometimes. You know, they don't rely on them.
Toaster is broken. Thanks so much for the Prime, man. Thank you for the 4 months.
As well, in terms of going up against different caliber of opponents.
Good sign for champs. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's got to prove that they're good at 3 maps. If they get all those 3 maps good, my God, they're just for sure favorites.
Because how do you hold a candle to it when Neon's doing stuff like that? Sato can do it as well.
Yeah.
Spike.
It's crazy.
Taking turns of being the star of the show.
They're an incredibly skilled team. And their story over the course of this year has been them figuring out a system and a style that works for them. During kickoff, you could already see that they were astonishingly talented.
Man, thanks so much for the Prime as well. Appreciate the 2 months.
Yeah, it's brimming with potential and talent. But they didn't quite have that match experience to be able to showcase it all yet. They didn't have all of the confidence. They maybe even had too much of the discipline.
Sure.
But then once you get to stage 1 and onwards, my God, this team is good.
Yeah, they were sprinting, weren't they?
Does a close fade eye
Drone, will it stretch
even
far
scan
enough?
this?
Yes, it will.
Peekaboo.
Yeah.
What's the range?
Show where Neon is.
Must be.
Is on the line already.
Overzealous with the Prime. Thank you for the 15 months as well, mate. Appreciate you doing that.
A lot of respect being showcased here. EG just pulling back and away.
Dude, look at this from Lev, though. They just read exactly what's going on.
Spot where he can still play in his rendezvous.
A little bit of resistance over towards B, but I will say even before the round starts, the Chambers moved over towards B anyway, so they had an indication that the Cypher is going to play over towards A. Now do they just walk over towards A and save that Omen flash and then just win off the plant? Maybe.
So you'll have spotted both of the duelists over here.
This is like old school Sunset. You would prods, you find out where they're fighting, you know the Cypher's on the other side. You save Omen flash, you win off the plant.
To anchor or flood defend.
It was a very simple map when everyone was using Cypher. Just a little one-dimensional. Don't get hit by the kill trips.
Paranoia sweeps.
First trip broken.
Yeah, there it is. Going to be catching it onto Sato, and he's going to be no longer for the wall. Goes straight shots, though, straight into the dark and into the smoke. It blows.
Worked out pretty well. They managed to get the Omen flash out of them, so the retake here should be good from EG. It's just the fact that Superman goes down. That's the main bit of util. You're trying to Omen flash and then recon.
But he's going to be meeting his match.
Big deal for Neon. Of course he wins it.
Finding kills up onto the flank here. Lev preordained to end up at 12.
Yeah, Superman going down there just means that retake's just way too hard.
Even with the trip being able to
Neon wins the 1v1 as well.
Onto Sato, it's just so hard when they're being that proactive.
Yeah.
The refight over towards short to catch Dazazine. Is he inside the animation when they kill him?
Through the smoke there, and he was just running them down.
He was about to throw a stun, I think.
I mean, it went off.
These little timings that they take, zero hesitancy.
Yeah. He's really expecting Lev to just be bunkered down on the site. And instead he's taking a fight.
7 goes at it.
12-5 again.
12-5 on the Sunset.
Well, this could be it. Final nail in the coffin. Did they hear and get wind of this?
The drone to Salad as well.
Target prioritization. He's trying to offload these bullets. The Spike is still active here.
He was really hoping his teammates would be able to take down this Neon, and this Neon is just...
Potentially to Dazine.
They're alive on this. Cancel gets called.
Away. He's able to at least survive for now.
I mean, this round isn't making anyone's highlight reel.
No. No. Will not be included in the montage.
Neon's going to walk his way up
Where's
towards
Pansy?
A,
Just gave up after the first map.
Bunkered down. They know that the Cypher's on this
side of the map as well,
because
in.
EG were fighting towards B. You wouldn't have your Cypher set up behind that. And so Neon with a little bit of space.
Oh God, she's
hanging out that they could be over towards short, but otherwise Lev will be able to contact deep onto this. And Bao's going to have an enormous task on his hands.
It truly is.
Don't make me flame you.
Up behind Jenny is Cam. Doesn't see a bloody thing because the door's been closed. So he is alone, isolated on an island. 2 trips to play off, a cage in a corner. What can you do? Squares up for the fight. It's instantaneous from King. There's no misstep.
Yeah,
not even that unhappy.
Yeah,
I think that's valid.
To tuck back in,
I would even say that the score doesn't suggest
and now EG are in a 3v3
the fight
retake.
that they put up.
Neon is on such a deep, unexpected line
already. Takes a 5 forwards.
There is a tier diff.
Heals all the way back to safety.
What a setup.
Nightfall as well, scatters forwards here. Superman making a lot of noise, but inside that smoke, it's all King. El Capitan now looking to put a stop and a finish to all of it.
Very nice.
Blows, stealing it away towards the end, 13-5.
Bit of a stomp.
Here. Well, trophy winners from Masters, not missing a beat.
Demolished?
We came in with a question, which was, how does the map pool look for Leviathan?
13-5 into a 13-5.
Is Sunset going to be a weakness
news
for
for
them
Lev.
that other teams can pick into?
Their Sunset might be decent.
13 ones on it.
Especially when Neon's doing
Just
this.
last week, Lev say, actually, we're going to be able to destroy a lot of other teams on here. It was just a little blip against Furia.
Yeah, just the slightest. I mean, Furia coming in with very quirky composition as well. They weren't really quite ready for, and I think that's potentially seeing the result that we see on our screens right now. But LEVIATAN get one step closer to potentially breaking even more records.
I honestly think that EG didn't play that badly today as well.
I don't think so either. I think this EG team, to speak positives, they have a lot of promise, I think.
Match so quick.
Yeah,
watch the first map of
MIBR
Envy.
So far away from the caliber of team that is on the other side of the stage.
It is only half 10.
Lev are absolutely incredible. They are a Masters winning team that have kept
the mods
going,
in capitals, no.
Maybe a slight dip, you know, as they're still shaking off a bit of rust.
It's right, Pansy's going to stick around. She'll mod for this one.
Good. Whereas EG on the other side are more of like, they have potential to be able to, you know, cause some problems during play-ins. We're really in a different world with these two squads, and it played out in terms of the round
Not even
score.
a mod, that's what I mean. I'll make you a mod for it.
Some highlights here as well from the LEV players who were spectacular. Blows for me probably being the man of the match.
Yeah, Blows underrated really in this squad and how he really pieces them all together. But for LEVIATAN,
chat, if the mods want to go to bed,
I
need a temp mod who's not going to ruin the stream. Absolutely not, Blob. I would never consider you anyway. Why is everyone atting Pansy? Wait, Jarek? Jarek, dude. Jarek's gonna lock it down. Okay. Chat, mods, you can go off duty. We're sticking around. We're going off script. We've got a new mod. I'm ready here to slap the wrists if anyone starts stepping out of line. He's ready with the permaban. I'll stick around for one map. That's it. I'm not being baited in to do other maps. Can you get a 30-second timeout? Bro, I'll make that 10 minutes right now. Don't test me. I'm going mod mode. Do you want to test me? "10 minutes? Dude, don't mess around with me right here. I know where the perma button is. That's the thing. Mods, if you don't want to stick around, I promise you we got it on lock. We'll be back in a little bit, okay? Wait, where's Jarek? Type. Where are you? I made you mod. So much pressure, dude. Just ban whoever you want, and you can't go wrong. I got you. Dude, 10th mod. Awesome. Okay, lock it down. Mate, I'll be 3 minutes. I believe you got this.
Congrats on the 2-0 win, and also the redemption coming in from week 1 on that pick of Sunset. That was huge. But one thing that I'm curious about, is there something that you specifically had to change within your gameplay on that Neon to find a little bit more impact and success this time around?
Eu acho que em específico na Sunset, eu acho que a gente tinha que mudar o nosso estilo de jogo, porque o nosso macro tava meio ruim, então o Onur percebeu isso, então a gente teve uma semana de treino muito boa na Sunset, a gente arrumou algumas coisas, e individualmente acho que não precisa mudar nada no Neon, não.
Yeah, we had a very good week with Honor. He, showed some things that we needed to change on Sunset, but I think like individually, we didn't have to change much.
That's great to hear. I mean, looking at the comp that EG came out with, I don't think anyone was expecting that double controller plus a Senti. So did that kind of throw you off in any way? I mean, you did have a dominant win, but did you have to adapt your kind of overall game plan a little?
Acho que na defesa, contra a Viper, a gente não... Tipo, a gente perdia muita info do A, então... A gente perdia meio que os espaços do mapa por causa da Viper, mas a gente conseguiu se adaptar bem durante o jogo.
I think because of the Viper, we were losing a little bit of info, you know, around the map. But in the end, I feel like we were able to bring it back and adapt to their game.
Yeah, I mean, the scoreline showed it again. Congrats. But let's hand it over to the desk. They are standing by with Sato and King.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the desk. Got a couple of champs right here, ready to talk about the game. Number one for a reason, and I mean, Emily was asking about it a little bit, but I think the big story here is the turnaround of how Sunset looked just now compared to last week. So, King, walk me through what this last week has been like to get here.
So, I think what happened last week is that first game is always kind of hard. I think we kind of struggle a little bit to keep the composure in the stage. And Sunset obviously was the map that we didn't have much reps. And I think plus the first game and everything, it was a disaster, honestly. And after that, as Spike said, we had a lot of practice on that map. We played it way better. Honor helped us to fix many stuff from the mistakes we made. And we knew that we kind of expected them to pick Sunset because we lost 13-1, but at the same time we knew it was be kind of bait, you know, because we knew how good we are on Sunset.
Yeah, you're just coming back from a tournament where you guys were playing like every single day, back to back to win. Yeah. Can you talk to me a little bit, Sato, about coming back from that event, returning to Americas, and how it might be a little bit different playing here and having that extra bit of prep time?
You know, I think... Oh, thank you.
Yeah, help him out.
I think this might be like a personal feeling, but it felt like America's was harder than the actual international.
Really?
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of it is because the way that we play as a team is really difficult to play against us if you don't have prep time against us. And during the playoffs, like, obviously we also didn't have prep time against them, but I feel like we're just a especially difficult team if you don't know the way that we play, because there's a lot of rhythm changes that we play, and I feel like it's just difficult.
Yeah, that's interesting because you've now come back from that global tournament and now won 2 series in a row. I don't know if you know this, but the longest winning streak of matches an American team has had is G2 with 8 in a row. You guys just hit 7 in a row coming back after the win. So how do you find yourselves like maintaining that success, even though Sunset comes back into the pool, Summit's a new map, it's a new patch with a lot of changes. King, there's a lot you have to adjust to, right?
Yeah, I think I don't want to speak for anyone. It's just a theory. I might be wrong. I would say that maybe teams, whenever they win, they kind of relax. They're like, we're the best. We don't have to worry about the other teams, like yada yada. But as soon as we won, it's like, okay, we took a week of break, and then we're like, okay, we have to catch up with the other teams that have been working especially strong because they want to win against us. And so we've just been working, or I cannot say the word, but you guys know what I was going to say.
Yeah, you've been working something off. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, basically that's it. We've just been working hella hard, and we know how much we need to do to keep being the best.
Yeah, there's still plenty more season left to go.
Yeah.
Still looking for that America's trophy as well, potentially on the horizon. So congratulations again on the win today. We'll see plenty more of you in the future, but for now we are going to step away before we get ready for our next series on the docket. It's Envy versus MIBR.
MIBR. Thanks, guys. What's your name again?
Envy are definitely very aggressive, one of the most aggressive teams in the league. They just walk you down, and they have the players to do it.
Debut ace!
I think I'll be in a lot of duels. I think a lot of fighting is going to happen, so definitely excited.
Y creo que también con los chicos nuevos que vienen con energías positivas y con muchas ganas de competir, creo que vamos a todos demostrar una muy buena cara.
Oh! Oh my goodness!
We all know what happened last time. They massacred us.
Attackers win.
So it's definitely an exciting one. I definitely think we all want to play them again really badly. You know, hopefully this time we stop them.
Yeah, they're looking for revenge.
Primero, dentro de la partida se va a llevar la victoria. Obviamente nosotros estamos muy preparados y estoy con la fe y con la confianza de que nos vamos a llevar ese enfrentamiento.
Surprise, we're back for our second match of the day in no time at all, and we've swapped out two people. What just happened here?
Wonder
For a
how
second,
fast
we had champions, and now we've got you two.
We're just guys with mics. We're guys with mics. We are a bit taller, though. We've got them on that metric.
I don't know. Sato's like 6'5", bro. What are you talking about?
In the server, maybe, bro. In the server, it's hard to step up next to them. But we're going to move ahead into our next series. And, well, this is a rematch.
Reckon Wyatt will ever go back on
ways.
Plat Chat?
Envy versus
Why is Wyatt
MIBR.
never on Plat
75
Chat?
days since
I mean,
the
in one
crazy
very
upset.
particular way, in that this match was the most absurd match of stage one. Not only that Envy won, but the fashion in which MIBR just absolutely
I stole his job, mate. Don't put it on me.
Game. Sure,
I don't do Americas
changed
anymore.
a lot since then, but I think MIBR, this is one of the key moments of this year where they fell apart in a moment that mattered, massively disappointed, and that's been kind of their story. So I see this as a really big opportunity for them to prove that,
mate, I don't do Americas
we
anymore.
can stomp
Wait,
one
let me
of the
double
teams
check.
that is supposed to be the worst in the
I
league,
should actually check
and
this
we
before
can
the game starts.
actually show up and play at a high level here.
What's crazy to me and what's so poignant about the way they ended stage one is that it was a style we knew we were never going to see again. We also knew that Envy knew that as well. They were moving towards a bit more like a structured take on the game, and obviously their pieces are still
chat, I don't do Americas
in
anymore.
that style. Even Kedsnit was saying, I've had to take some steps and pick up the op a bit more and work in with this structure, and there's been some friction. It's taken some getting used to.
Yeah, and we find ourselves in a really strange position with Envy coming off of this 2-0 loss versus Evil Geniuses
EMEA
last
next week.
where on a
Me,
sense they're
Mini,
playing
Kakuka,
the
and
default
TMV.
comp, the identity
That's
that got
chaos.
them here is completely different now. Where are they supposed to go from here, Wyatt?
Yeah, they've just been existing in an uncomfortable gray area where it's like their natural instincts to want to take over. They're fighting against them, but maybe they just need to give in and let loose a little bit again. And that's definitely what the people want to see.
I want them to give in. I do
see.
not. And we should not be playing default ascent comp. Guys, please just play
Yeah,
double
that
bullets.
is
It's
so
so
true.
good right now.
They're
Why are
listening
they
to the
playing
wrong wolf
a
100%.
default
They
ascent
really are trying to be restrained about it, and I respect it. And I think
TMV will
it's
not let you
supposed to be a
forget your
system
G
that
to
sets
full
up
send
like
swap.
Demon 1 and
no,
Kedsnit
that one's
for
fine.
success, but you've got all these other elements added in. Glyph now comes in to add a lot of mid-round calling, but he even mentioned after their game last week that the communication and the listening, and I put emphasis on that part, isn't quite where they'd like as a team to see it yet.
Liggy,
Yeah, there's still
are
a
you
lot of
doing
work
the
that needs to
thing
be
again?
done, but
What's the
there's not
thing?
really the time to do it.
Maybe.
On the other side, I think MIBR were also sort of struggling in that first week. This is a team that very nearly had a 2-0 Mimi, and then all of a sudden it completely is flipped around.
This was two different series. There was the MIBR in the first map and a half that looked like they really turned the ship around. They were playing really well off of each other.
I'm
I think
staying
in
up. I'm staying up
particular
for
on
one
that
map.
Sunset, they
I'm
looked
giving you one
the
map.
most
That's it.
cohesive as a team. I think I've seen them
because
play
the first
all
game was an
year.
absolute
And the Breeze
stomp.
was going so exceptionally well, and then it was
And I haven't
slipping
seen
into
MIBR
old
yet.
habits. They started to lose rounds. The micro towards the end is going away, and we get into map
If Verno's
3
on
this
smokes though,
summit,
chat,
and
I'm outta
the
here.
Fury just
I
did
will
not
say
look
that much.
prepared. They go into this kind of one-off composition against NRG that's very different than what others are playing, and it's tough to find solutions in that time. But what
I'm not
matters to
sticking
me
around
about
for
this game
Smyrna, man,
isn't
not a
how they
chance.
lost, isn't necessarily like the specifics of them losing on Summit. It's that it's another game that they should have won, that they
You said that when
choked
Primi
and
went to
let slip,
deadlock. Dude, I
and
should
it's
have
the
gone to
story
bed
of
there.
the year coming back again.
And I don't know what the philosophy is on Summit especially, because it looked like this team was so reluctant to take space in post plants as well. They playing in some like pretty tough parts of the map to hold, like that A side, for example. And
yeah, I mean, there wasn't a philosophy because they made a mistake of letting it go through and they didn't even practice it in their own words. It was just an accident. They were hoping that NRG would not have picked it either. So
Now,
it's just a map pick misfire. What's
I
up,
don't mean
Brennan?
to interrupt. There's nothing that you guys have said. but I just need to take a moment to clap back because the community's been pissing me off.
Oh.
Because the narrative, I mean, it's the MIBR narrative. I'm not going to lie. Listen, it's okay. They choked towards the end. They're not a perfect team whatsoever, but this MIBR compared to stage 1 to stage 2 is so much better than where they're at. Like, genuinely so much better. One, Assa's on the same page is actually hard entry for one as Neon. I mean, this wasn't happening for them. They were on 2 completely different pages.
You've got an essay on screen.
I mean, now listen, I was concerned that the essay might be a little bit too much because the reading comprehension in America, it's not the greatest. But you're going to have to bear with me as you get through this one here. Aspas is hard entry, and he's actually doing it for them. And not just that, I think that they're ping-ponging really well off each other, but it's about being on the same page constantly. And this emphasis is being placed where Aspas is actually taking the initiative. He's being the first one in. He's able to jump on.
It's just a whole segment for Brent to say that he's no longer baiting.
At all. And not just that, they've
Mate, he could have just gone on there and said Aspas is no longer baiting, and it would have saved us all like 2 minutes.
I mean, I think that they have worked in a very nice system currently, where I think it's much more improved.
But Bren, I agree with absolutely everything you're saying in the first map and half of this series, but then there's the second part.
Okay, well, here's the counterpoint to that then. Summit is a coin flip. Should they have banned it? Yes. They shouldn't have let it through whatsoever under the guise of NRG not having time on it. They shouldn't have let it through, but we are being, I think, potentially blinded by the fact that they choked the end of Breeze and blinded to the fact that they have actually improved the lore.
Brent, choked? They don't know how to play defense on Breeze.
They don't. Their defense is significantly problematic.
Listen,
I'm not making arguments here that MIBR will be the team.
Some
but here's the other point, to be honest, is the fact that Tex is now playing with the pack. This guy was playing like he had his headset off, monitor off at times. He was back at the pack constantly. He was never playing off the team's pressure. He was, but this time things are different.
Brand is not plat chat.
Team. He's being able to find those moments to strike when his team are creating moments, and I think that that is a major difference maker. It's been pissing me off. I mean, listen, look, the community has been blinded, I think, by the tail end of the MIBR series. They are looking much better, I think, compared to stage 1. They are actually on the right track to improving. It's hopefully a blip on the radar, and this will not backfire whatsoever.
All right, so the hot take is they're going to beat Envy?
Listen, I've derailed this entire thing. I'm just going to get this mic out of my hands before I say something else.
So finely distilled, this cope. It's like super concentrated.
Yeah, I'm going to let you stew on it.
If his take is that they're going to beat Envy, though,
I'm sorry.
Agree.
I've had enough, and I think everyone's had enough. Let's just get out of here and let you two cast the game after it. Sound good?
How do we follow that up?
All right, deal. We'll see you in the field.
Bring your notes. Get your rant.
Who's on Pacific Plat Chat? Chobra, me, TMV, Achilles. Does this mean that TMV is hosting for some of this? Yeah, I think so. I think so. EMF, the football streamer? Yeah. Dude, I need to go. I'm going to go check out his channel. What's this channel called? Actually, just Thinking Man's Football. Thinking Man's Football. Dude, how many videos has he done? This guy, man. FPL first draft. I may have cooked. It's this guy. The England problem. He's doing it, man. He's trying to get the England.
Every round.
He's trying to get the England manager role.
Only one side. Only one side. Okay. Bro, what the?
What is this channel? He's done with Valorant, man. DMV's completed Valorant, and now he's trying to go complete football and become England coach.
England have a problem, and it's a problem that no one really seems to want to talk about for very good reason, because the problem is their best player. It's Harry Kane.
Just the same
thing
style.
This video is not going to be a critique of Harry Kane as a player.
Damn, he's going deep, bruh.
Overall, he played the full game, 120 minutes, created one chance and didn't have a shot on target. Now, obviously, in the 2022...
Hey, he's got 12.9k subs already. My guy's a savant. Yeah, sure, I liked it. Why not? Whoa, what was that? Did you see the football thing? How do I... Fair play, man. Did he add that? That's sick.
Here between MIBR,
that was for the World Cup. I was gonna say, man, fair play. I would just click the like button for that.
One of the most ridiculous upsets
instant dopamine.
We've seen, but that spirit of rankers has well and truly been exercised. Now, Aspas and Demon One both know what it feels like to be considered the best in the world. But today, with
it was his original VOD channel. He removed the VOD and kept the sub. Dude, that's smart.
Must be spoken in the present tense.
This MIBR team right now sat on 4 champions points.
If my VOD channel randomly turns into a football channel,
not even relevant
you guys know what happened.
To accomplish in this stage if they want to make champions this year. Champions, Kesnet, kind of synonymous historically when he was on crew, no matter how poorly they were doing during the regular season, it didn't matter because they always just had a knack of making it there. Aspas, on the other hand, Champions is the tournament synonymous with him because he always makes a deep run. He's a guy that always looks like he's at his best.
How's our mod getting on?
Tournament. MIBR, those 4 points that I mentioned, yeah, there's
Derek,
a narrow chance that if they continue to rack them up, they might be able to squeeze into one of those 3rd or 4th spots to make it to the tournament. But
so far, so good.
I think realistically, you're looking at another team that just need to go on a monster run in this.
Mate, just try the ban button out. Just pick someone.
Here's our map video, and what's curious about this is these are just not maps we really saw from
Get rid of Summit,
last week
Haven,
whatsoever.
Sunset,
Last time we saw them was during the pop-in era, so you can basically throw that out.
I get a Haven, I get one of my favorite maps.
Envy are trying to set up some structure. In theory, probably to set their superstars up for success, but it's taking some time for that to settle. We are going to have that Sunset come back up here again, though. Something I'm going to be looking at very closely to see what these initial takes are
on
from many of our
smokes.
teams.
He's not on smokes on this map.
MIBR
Don't even try it. He might be here though, right? Lotus was the map, I think.
The really interesting dichotomy of these two teams is that you're
Thank
looking
God we're
at
not
this
sticking around for the third one.
whose natural inclination is foot on the gas, crazy aggression, tons of individual expression being shown in both the agent select and in the way that they're being played, but they have been trying to take a structured approach playing in the VCT.
That's fine.
Here on Haven.
Mizzino
looks like
and
they're
Smoke.
going away from that. They're getting Demon One on the
Oh,
chamber.
Envy are playing an Envy comp. That's nice. Oh, they play the Astra. C is so weak.
Knights on the Phoenix, Kesnet on
C
the
is
Neon.
so weak right now. MIBR could spam C hits, and they would probably win 8 out of 4 rounds.
On his time in challenges,
Maybe 9.
He was a control player, yes, but he was
8
actually
out
known
of
for his
4,
clone.
8 to 4.
Played a lot of really aggressive controller style in that sort of setting. But Knights has been pretty outspoken about his experience.
8 out of 4, dude, I should have gone to bed.
And one of the things he said after his game last week is that he just can't believe how much more structured every single team feels like in VCT, probably his own as well, I'm sure he's referencing, compared to challenges. So that's been the biggest sort of culture shock for him coming in.
Do you know what that reminds you of? Do you remember the FNS?
Do
you remember the FNS clip where he whiffs on Fracture?
You gotta believe that there is going to be upset potential here
his
for
shirt.
Envy against MIBR. Again, they've done it once. It was a blowout. It was the
I
fastest
love that
game
clip,
in VCT
man.
history. Their 2-0 win over MIBR last stage. A different
Envy on defense, MIBR on attack. Yeah, I might have to watch that before I go to bed.
That's going to give Silver over to MIBR, and they're wasting no time and thrusting into the side. Aspas again.
I've seen enough, man. Envy are 13-ing
Speedon is repelling 2 players comfortably. Demon One's able to get into the mix now, or even up in numbers as the rotates are coming in, but Kesnet pulls himself off the side for a sec. Back inside that smoke now. Smoke comes down, as does the curtain on that MIBR round.
Vibini with the tier 1. Appreciate the 14 months.
There from Envy. It's great
Best 14 months of my life. Thank you so much for that, man. That's very nice of you.
Plays around it, deals with both duelists alone. That's a beautiful opening for the player who I think was the standout for Envy in week 1. Despite losing by a significant margin, he had a number of rounds that he was
Some of you might cheat on this
winning for the team, and
because we had a game that was very similar to this last week. But why is the Envy comp weak over towards C is my question for you guys. What's your answer?
He also is looking good in the shooting right now.
He put up 283 ACS in a 13-4 loss for Envy. And that was...
Astra, no Omen blind. Yeah, nice, guys. We've got no hard anchor, really. Chambers going to play Perma retake. What do I like about Envy here, chat? What do we like about Envy right now?
Eventually bring Kesnit to heal, but the spike is in a bit of an uncomfortable spot, and Dima 1 now will get involved.
It was a good fight. They're holding strong. They're holding strong C. Nice. Holding strong C too early. They got a weak point on the map. They're holding it early with 2 at the beginning. We had a fast flood in there from one of you as well. Not wrong.
I'm not mad at just
very nice.
That sheer confidence, just swinging, just fighting right now.
Bet you guys weren't expecting a test for the whole of this.
You want to see from Envy.
Did we pass, mate? You're 2 questions in.
Into this year, and especially with restructuring the team, they're fully away from the rankers core.
It's a 100-question
we're going to
quiz.
take the more standard, structured approach to getting into VCT. It makes sense. Every team they're going up against has that.
I'm
right?
0 for 2.
But it just always feels like they're just trying to, you know, force a round peg into the square hole or whatever way you want to frame it, right? It just never feels completely natural.
Oderberry, thanks so much for the tier 1. Appreciate the 13.
MIBR has always felt really structured.
Thank you for that.
But could benefit from loosening up and just playing with a bit more heart.
Bonus.
Something that, you know, as Bren's range,
Envy trying to
also
bonus.
highlighted, Aspas was doing
Still weak over towards C, of course.
Whereas
That
Envy
is this the comp.
always felt like
Got
they were
nothing
looser. Now they're
to
trying
shut down.
this
Normally an
structure
Omen
in,
has like the
a
hard
couple
shutdown.
players
This
being
one
mixed
doesn't
up.
really
It feels
have
like
it.
these teams
I'm
could
seeing
both
pings
benefit
over
from
towards here.
the
MIBR
slow
want to
go
test
of
C
that
straight
a little
away.
bit, but they're
Oh my
trending in
god.
different directions in
We got
terms of
numbers here.
what they're trying to make their teams into.
I do really like the Aspas and Neon a lot.
Pretty good at the moment.
I think that he was playing with way more just sheer confidence and a desire to chase down kills, hunt down players.
Second, 3 away from his ult.
Is cojones. He's playing with cojones, bro. It was refreshing to
They're
see.
going to insta-react
really
through
was.
Garage once they see default? Surely not.
I do agree with what Brent
Mate,
was saying. I
what
think that
the hell?
MIBR made some steps
Someone
in the right
help him
direction
out
we
if we're going to
saw
do this,
last
surely.
week. They had a complete misfire in the map.
Tell you what, though.
leaving Summit in, a map that just so happened
I
NRG
flamed
had
Envy
been
last week for
practicing.
them
They
playing
assumed it
like
would make it into the
default
pool,
comp.
MIBR, in their own words,
Like
just
their comp
weren't practicing on it at all.
for them, and I like
Let's
that
see if they can make
they're.
this C hit happen.
I like that they're.
2 players on
competent.
Envy gathered up. Here comes Aspas.
3-person hold. Hold up.
Relay bolt to the back of the side. Aspas picks his moment to get out of the fast lane, but backs up into Rossi. That's 2 picked up with the Ghost. Dima 1 PZ, but doesn't have a chance to fire.
Good delay from Kesnet.
2 big rifles still in the game, though, for MIBR, and they are crept up
Cliff, I
on the
need you
C
to
side.
use no
Kesnit's on a
util and-
timer,
okay.
and he shows a little bit of his
Unlucky.
pigtail. Easy enough for Mazzino to snip it clean off.
What a moment this could be for Glyph.
Okay, knows where they both are. No vision blocks, so they go down towards C long.
Drone broken early. He's going to
Got
have
a
that
recon in
back up
5.
in
Winnable.
5 seconds, though. See how much information he can garner with that.
Naturally.
And my first
Not
ban
really
is
much
in
for him
there.
to see here. He can already surmise that players chat cubby 1 long. Those are the
your
standard setup
first
and a
ban.
standard double face. And this all starts because
What was the perma
Knights
ban
tries to find a
for?
timing to push out of
I already
Garage
gave
this
up
round and
perma
gets
ban.
slapped by Mazzino
Yeah,
as part
seems-
of his 4K in this round.
Honestly, just ban me. MIBR's not going to win this no matter how much cope I
great
have.
catch from Mazzino.
Permanently banned.
Newly minted IGL for this team.
I mean, he asked for it.
Again, I like the space, though, from Envy. They're trying to get in. They're trying to fight. They're, you know, to some extent, they're playing together just all under the same game plan.
Permaban's a little
We are
strong,
fighting them as
but
they're coming into the site. We are flooding. And, hey, they get away with some good damage there.
I like it.
Just like we saw in
It
that
was
ace side
almost as
pistol,
bold
you
as
kinda have to
pushing
fight
out a
in there,
garage.
though, and not have to play full retake on that part of the map.
He was a permaban the guy that's gifted like 250 subs.
Kesnet was picking it up quite a bit.
But honestly,
Back
it's
in
your
week
show
1.
right
I
now,
think
so
it
you
makes
do
more
you.
sense for the team when you have it set up like this. Fast hit onto this A site right now. Zekin getting stalled out in the ult.
He still can do something with this though, and he swings that corner straight onto Knights. Zekin finds 2 within the space of that runner back. That is going to be more than enough here to set up MIBR with an Owl drone
If
to
you
back
think your
it
ban
up.
was unfair, you can
Rossi realizes
report.
there's
Wait,
just
what can you
nothing
do?
to do here.
You can do something when you're banned.
He's out of there.
Appeal.
This
You
is
can appeal.
absolutely just going to be a
Were you
safe
wrongly unbanned?
situation. Envy definitely had a
Maybe.
chance there with Glyph positioned in the corner. It's just a little bit awkward, right? Because Zekin is just running up through that fast lane, so Glyph is never able to actually see him break the Phoenix ult. And so despite despite Zekin getting stalled for a little bit. Just enough time to wrap the corner on default box and find that entry, and kills kind of cascade from there.
I do feel like we saw a pretty big reaction to Zekin having a lower impact series last week. Certainly from the community. Some concern about whether Phoenix was where he belonged, was his right role here, but it feels like it's hard to doubt this guy.
You were not watching this match.
To me,
peer pressure, man. What can I say?
Feels like a pace setter in this team.
Yeah, he played Phoenix on all 3 maps last week. Wasn't a great series from him, but we saw fantastic Phoenix play out of Zekin in stage 1. Even on Haven specifically, there was a game where he dropped something like 27, 28 kills on it.
Not liking what they saw over towards A.
So he's definitely shown that he's more than capable of
maybe
playing
the reactions to losing some of the
I'm going
map.
to allow Zekin to have 1 week
Kinda gotta
where
push
he's
down middle.
just playing okay because he's Zekin. And I'm totally confident that he's going to bounce back and play pretty amazing whenever you need him to, right?
And I don't want to misattribute this quote. I think it was from a Pedro Romero interview last week, but Demon One is pretty vocal about how jarring it is to go from playing Sentinel to playing Duelist or vice versa. He's obviously spread across both of those roles last week. It feels like just the feel of how you have to play, you know, be a loose end, a late rotate, a pivot, and then be at the head of the pack, trying to take first contact. For him, that transition in between maps felt uncomfortable.
You're watching the whole
and
match?
as a result of that, I
I'm watching
wonder
this
if there
map.
were conversations in the NV dugout over the course of the week that might see him a bit more dedicated to this role, even if it's not just Chamber Wyatt, maybe more Sentinel focus, pick up the Cypher on you know, some of these maps like Sunset later on in the series, and actually
thing you like
God forbid, C
thing you dislike about this
comp
comp is if you're going to stronghold C, you don't believe you can retake A. That's why you have to push down mid though, right? I'm fully on board with you. I fully agree. So if you are playing the comp, lose A control, I gotta push mid.
There's definitely just the school of thought.
Like if you can't retake a site
every single map, because at the end of the day,
from
the best games
this,
he's had this year, Chamber.
you gotta add in
when he
that.
was subbing with C9,
right,
he was
it's hard to retake like this.
Everyone. And Chamber
You gotta
is
add in
super
this.
viable.
At the very least,
They tried to
create
flex
the
around
pressure,
same play. Yeah, Viper,
break the
Duelist,
Cypher
like
trip,
a bunch of
make
different
someone watch
stuff.
behind, then this becomes doable.
But
Or
ultimately,
actually push
I get
behind.
it though. You have Demon 1 on your team. You want to just see him get kills.
I like this from Envy. They double down over towards A. It is just a low by 4 here. Instant reactor this time, push all the way through.
It's a low econ round though here for Envy. They've got the hero op with half armor.
Oh, that's a
I like
nice
the idea
shot.
from Kez there. Trying to get a bit of a wrap around, but MIBR ready for this now, and though they might be contained, they're ready to fight out of this pincer. There's Demon 1 though. Nice chime in with the op. He's really
Big
wrapped
job.
around them. Now running back in play,
Oh,
Demon
great shot from
1
Demon 1.
creeps up on the angle and finds Verno. Now
Knights
they're
popped
gonna
his
have to do
ult
something
into
a
it.
little
Oh my god,
harebrained, I
okay.
think, and go even deeper.
Not sure about that one.
The problem is where even is that position he could get to, right? Now he's got to just be content with the save if he could even get out of there. But yeah, he's committed himself. Rossi has
Very
no
nice.
chance.
This first shot from Zekin was
Trying to
very,
get a
very good on
defuse
this.
on that spike.
Used his ult the
all
round
the heavy players
before,
that are going
right?
down
And now
on
he's 2 away.
MIBR's side of the map. I think I like the wrap around, the fast play off the A side, but with
A,
their
the
B
hardest
presence
site.
collapses,
Yeah,
right,
I think the
then they're
percentage
just
is there.
playing
It's pretty
retake
close
on the
between A
side.
and C. B's the easiest
Nice shots from
site to
Demon
retake in
1,
the
but
game.
Yeah, I think the significant first moment is that you have Kesnet slide out with the Vandal. He didn't want to wait for util. He wanted to use, well, I mean, the util of his own. It is a slide. It's the speed to try to get ahead.
Yeah, I
catch
wonder if he's
timing,
pissed
but
about the Phoenix ult on this one. Either way, big buy round.
Trying to recover that gun.
Let's see if they,
Yeah, he's got
in the
that armor
timeout,
towards
did they
short.
speak about the right things? That instead of like pushing
really not
down
taking any
mid, they
liberties in A long
reinforce A, which kind of means that everywhere else is going to be weak.
Point. Happy to leave the trip here and maybe work that B, maybe C split angle.
Drone clears over towards A. This drone is not going to clear that much. Doesn't even clear the cubby.
Back towards B, a side that had been open up
But
until now.
set the chamber back up. He's got his trip just for the info. Set the one up so they can get the rotate out.
Knights may not be aware of just
Not too bad right now. 3 towards
Chance
C.
that
They
Envy
managed to
could
get here
gather
in
enough
time.
players over
Envy have done
towards
good.
C that, Glyph in range could send out a Hunter's Fury with a flood.
Hunter's Fury now, this could be pretty problematic. Aspas does get tapped by it. Cased it in the corner of the side. The
Solid
timing, though, for
cancel on
Zekin.
that.
Gonna be
Heard it
brought
well.
down.
Dude, they got nothing between them back to site.
No,
that's criminal. What happened?
MIBR are well and truly committed here. And we have Glyph and Demon 1 to work with. Backside and garage pushes.
There's a Sova ult going off.
Glyph wisely identifies he wouldn't.
They get 3 on site. They didn't get 1.
Again, it's Demon 1 creeping up on an angle with an op.
They have.
For a tour de force,
They have the 3 best angles.
Doesn't pan out this time, and now Glyph might just have to face the music. It's even too much for him to handle. They might be now solidified their lead.
And we have been able to get multiple players onto the sites that MIBR are hitting, but
was the Phoenix flash from Zekin just incredible?
They're getting the 3 players into the site. They had the Hunter's Fury to supplement them as well. But even still, not enough. This second layer push into the back site. The flashes from Zekin.
Good shot, guys.
Just getting torn apart on the hold.
Oh, Aspas has discovered the extra oxygen nose tech.
No overcommitment on the A side of the map, and then a YC split option to end the round. Demon 1 biding his time. Normally the spot that you see the Phoenix pick up more aggressively. Slide across. Casey gets caught out straight away. Just one of things up at B now.
Fast that was.
Blaze War going to try and give them way on in, and Demon 1 tries to push out on a timing, but MIBR are watching for it. Glyph there not being spotted. So he's able to get back to A safe, but his noise cut is extremely unnerving for Envy. They have no information, just an inkling. MIBR, instead of pump faking the A side, going to commit towards long now. It is going to be pretty entrenched presence for Envy inside this A side. They don't have to play retake. They are in there like swimwear, but Aspas hits the back of the side. Verno's already found his, and now Glyph has to fight for his life on that corner. And it all falls apart at the seams pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's falling apart.
Envy have just had no chance at holding these sites. The util that's coming out from the MIBR duelist combo is consistently getting value. They are able to get so deep on the fast lane. The flashes that we've seen Zekin throw out have been connecting at the right moments.
Next Friday, I'm doing a VO2 max test where I have to run all out for a set period of time with increasing speeds until I can't handle anymore. Any tips? Mate, you're asking the guy that sits still for 12 to 16 hours a day for any tips.
Now, Envy are another Kesnick
about running
team,
until you have no energy left.
With Sheriffs wouldn't be the most ridiculous thing. That used to be Crew's hallmark on some of these save rounds. But no. The stunner structure is more restrained than that, apparently. Tex is going to creep up, but not anywhere. The high angle here is able to make the correction in time with Reflash into the fight. Knights is going to be able to pick up the kill and, crucially, the weapon for Kesnet.
Hold up, though. The push down middle is kind of
bizarre place to find an encounter now. It's a bit awkward here for Knights.
It's a good sign, though.
Is essentially overrun.
If you ignore the score, it's like a good sign that we push over towards middle. The thing is, I think it's just like an eco thing, and that worries me slightly, but...
And I'm here for a bit of stat padding, honestly. If you're ahead, Rossi's got to make his way into this A site alone. Mazzino and Zekin, the stabilizing elements of many on MIBR, will be waiting.
Rossi realistically has a chance to do this 1v2. It's going to be tough, though, dealing with Zekin up there in heaven. He's taking a good position.
The smoke coverage is good to get him in, but that window is about to expire, and there's just no inkling to check towards heaven.
Zekin's looking great.
Zekin is waiting to descend.
Fair effort. I mean, it is funny to get the call, though, of Aspas just taking that fight into B. Hey, man, I like it, though.
Yes.
I like it. I want the GOAT to be hunting for kills. Like, put the pressure on them. So often earlier in this year, just every time you see him play, it feels like just waiting for the game to come to him. Or he's not imposing his will on the other team. I want to see more of that.
It's like he has expectations of a setup that he wants, right? We saw him when he was sticking to a lot of
spam while they're trying to fix over towards A.
He wanted to be second in.
God, they're all over them.
Just so.
So
now he's making his own luck.
So
far,
he got a retake over
seems
towards
like he's rolling
C.
well.
And they don't push all the way through from A. So there's no pressure behind here.
No position to flood, and honestly, maybe for the best. The way that those attempts
Unless
have been
Knight
going,
gets a kill and you've got a good Astro ult. This is a good Astro ult for them all
going to be
coming from
divided by
spawn now.
Rossi. Envy attempting to get back in, but they're getting stalled out by the Molly, stalled out by the Hunter's Fury.
Just raw speculation here for Verno. No connection off that Hunter's Fury, but definitely has a delaying effect. Zekin going to play up inside the flash there. Mazino at least is able to trade his kill. Aspas back from behind the side, takes a swing, but Dima1 is waiting with the off. Good luck, though, with the retake now, and Mr. Mazanov is aware that the
call the
deck is
timeout
stacked against him.
Someone needs to tell him that they got to push behind.
MIBR just have the recipe for dealing with that situation. They are all in front of the wall. They are all fighting at the choke. Little, Tex has his eyes on Garage just a bit, but the wall is a little weird cutting off at window, so they don't have to be overly concerned. And you just watch MIBR run into the mulcher in the choke. Just util piece after util piece. Time is getting delayed. Then they have to rush it. They're getting hit by shock darts. They're getting multi-swung. It's just over for them.
It feels like
taking 5 VCT is kind of wild. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Really working with a ton of util. You got the molly, you got an extra wall, you got flashes that obviously can refresh.
Should you be playing an Omen with this comp yet?
Like, how nice is that setup? You have Mazino up top. You have Zekin playing close, flashing them in the choke. There's shocks coming into the choke.
You said earlier, 13-3.
Like, you are never going to get out there if you're Envy.
I was definitely talking about MIBR.
Their number. I think,
I think that's how I went down.
Come into this game with questions about where MIBR would be at. They are a team that has dealt with some brutal losses this year. You take it back to kickoff. They had 3 opportunities to make it.
Honestly, I think if they just switch an Omen here, they're fine.
They get reverse swept in the last one by NRG. That is pure pain. And then
because then at least you get a little bit
to Envy,
you get a little bit C-stalled and you can actually feel like you don't have to over-rotate.
Painful. They missed out on making it to London. They have gone through so much adversity this year, and then for this stage to begin in the way it does against Energy, it is brutality after brutality that this team has suffered. So yeah, it's valid to think that they could come into this game with a bruised mental that Envy could exploit, but no, they really are firing on all cylinders out the gate, and you do love to see that.
What's insane about their loss to Envy at the end of stage 1 is that game didn't mean anything, because it will never happen again. We'll never see that Envy team play that Envy style. It was literally just a last hurrah.
What do you think Asher works on LEV for Haven?
Unfortunately,
they use the exact same comp, right?
Still decided not to lean in
they must have pushed behind. I've never really focused on why.
It's a different look. Envy
actually, like, are they good at Haven?
Still finding really crucial kill contribution, and their duelists are looking uncomfortable.
They're just very, very proactive.
A touch more
I feel like LEV would push middle.
On the others from MIBR, expecting that out of the timeout that could have been very aggro play from Envy.
Let's listen into MIBR now as this slow round commences.
Give me bomb and go short maybe.
I'm running short right now. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke in 10 we go, guys. Okay. They have trip short.
Okay. I'm gonna molly.
It's weak here, we should speed up. Yeah, let's speed up, Flash in 3, 2, 1.
I think they gave.
Watch out with the flood.
Retake.
Already there's smoke. Caught me there's smoke, Mac.
Good plan.
Nice.
I'm grabbed.
One flank.
Heavy fight. Can we flip? Come into the smoke.
Coming to the smoke.
3, 2, 1. I cage long. I flash. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
How are we doing?
Left side.
Fuck. Hold for short. Neon short.
Cage trigger.
3 flank, 1 spawn.
Yeah. I was gonna get 10. I wanna stay close short.
Oh.
You know?
1 in spawn. Heaven.
One.
Nice!
Fucking go, boy. That's fucking good chat.
Take what's useful.
Sorry, that is absolutely disgusting. I love
it's
that
a lovely 2v4, and I feel gutted for
try and
Envy
fight
because
those
they did the right
extremities,
thing.
That neural
They
theft
did the
there
right
from Tex
thing,
and
so I
some
feel bad that they
sharpshooting
didn't get
there towards
rewarded for
A-Long
it.
really sets MIBR up for success.
But
yeah, they make the right
it's
call.
a
They're pushing it
2v4,
to
man.
just Demon 1, and he looks like he's going to be the hero of the round. He gets the op kill into the Headhunter switch. Surely it's over then, right? They can't take the space they wanted to towards spawn. They're stuck on the site. They know they're getting heavy flank, and they just win out the 2v4. That is outrageous. The unlikely heroes as well, Tex and Mazino. And MIBR, they want to bring that pace right back, just fighting up into C. Rossi gets the one trade, but that's irrelevant. The guns, the weaponry, not enough to get.
Oh, this might be the shortest America's Day ever.
MIBR just running away with the map pick of Envy.
It's such a healthy lead, and they simply fight into C long with some pretty overwhelming utility and naturally better weapons. And it's funny because we're again being reminded of kind of
it's not even that long,
where
man.
the
Been 20
MIBR
minutes.
ceiling could be. That's never really been hard to imagine. The challenge for this team is building a floor that doesn't collapse underneath that ceiling, which is about the mental aspect. It's about how you turn up on your worst day. I think this team wants a bad day to still have a lot of these elements of consistency, right? They haven't found that sort of sure footing yet, but this is obviously a great example of what's possible. And with Mazzino coming in and fragging up a storm and ostensibly calling this attack side.
LEV played 7 Havens in the last 3 months. Yeah, but what's their record on it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I do think we saw that to an extent last week as well. To touch on Mazzino, it is nice to see him at the top of the board, 13-3. He has had to be outside of his comfort zone for a long time. You forget how talented he is individually because he's had to make so many role swaps, picking up IGLing. But he's showing out right now.
Last round of the half here, last chance for Envy to leave a mark on MIBR, or this is going to be another tough day at the office.
It's good though. Little push down C right now.
Demon One's pressed up on that C long, playing close contact, and he has Tour de Force active. So
did you watch MIBR last week? No, I didn't watch it.
Virtually looking for stopping power there, but again, it's B that's being left open. Envy really have been leaving this up for retake.
Looks a bit worse on defense.
No longer playing to the Floods. That was not the answer. MIBR were handling them with ease. No ults for this retake. 4 of them gathered up at this A-Link side. They need to really burst through that choke, create some space. The sun is nice on the fast bus, and Kezit capitalizes.
Perfect, yeah, well set up there by Rossi. Nova Pulse finds its mark, but Zekin's going to be able to fight around the side now. Refight again with these refreshing flashes, and now run it back, built up. Demon One is in deep trouble. Everybody's looking for him. Zekin just denied his fourth.
Dude,
but the flood doesn't work. The slow retake doesn't work. The anchoring doesn't work. It's a disastrous defense side for Envy.
MIBR just looked unstoppable. Yeah, there was no answer for Envy. Every single exec, if they tried to anchor, they were getting run over. They could not manage the barrage of utility coming their way. You had MIBR picking the right timings to hit these sites as well. Early in the half, when you had Envy kind of stacked up right, flooding right, it wasn't enough. And then MIBR just go on a run of picking the light sites.
10-2. It was Breeze that they lost in a 10-2 though, right?
Damn, they look really good right now.
Stunning stuff so far here from MIBR. An 8-round differential heading into the half. Let's take a quick step aside and we'll be back with more of Haven.
They've played the Astra comp 8 times and they're 6-2. Yeah, that is good. It was pistol into an anti-eco, then they lost everything. They didn't win a buy round. TMV made a video that the stats showed that Astra has a higher non-mirror win rate against Omen on this map. Yeah, but all the scrubs are playing Omen now. That's the issue. Then you got like LEV winning 6 out of 8 games. Oh wait, we can unmute for this stuff, right? Oops, well, I'm sure it was great what he said.
brutal first half there for Envy on the defense
In a bed
side
after this
of
map for
Haven.
sure.
They threw us a bunch of different looks,
we'll
but
raid
never
Mel.
really worked out. But let's get a second half underway and lock in the #1 VPN, Express VPN. And I think we saw a wide range of approaches there from Envy on the defense side. Anchor, play forward, flood, slower retake behind util. Promising signs with the Astra util in that last round of the half, I think. Try and set up. Kesnick got,
Raid Exter. Is Exter gonna try come back?
For Envy. Do they have that level of variety in the attack side? You're gonna have
Dude,
to hope so.
I'm telling you, the
Or hope
original
at least we see
rankers,
enough rounds
they
to see what they
gotta
can offer.
run it back.
Might be an early clash coming on.
They gotta run it back
side,
with the
depending
open
on how
qualifiers.
aggressive MIBR want to get.
Might be right, Wyatt. This one is already getting frothy, and Zekin striking first. Getting a ping there on the player inside lobby. That's all MIBR need to know about how the FD players are going to be set up here. This one looks like it's destined to be another stinker for Team Envy.
Such a stomp.
MIBR.
Why did I stay up for this?
Are making themselves look like world beaters in this matchup.
Man, that just felt all too predictable. How long was Verno just slowly moved to the left, just staring? That flash coming in 3, 2, 1, goes around the corner. All right, great. They just looking at me.
Kane can't play until April.
So early.
Wait, chat, I don't keep up with the politics. What do you do?
You know,
they've already got the pressure ready to go from short. They've just been cooked.
I'm going to throw this idea out there. Maybe it's this like early weeks of really adding tight structure for Envy that makes them look a little predictable or readable. They certainly were readable in their last game of Stage 1.
We're just trying to accelerate
racist in a ranked game. Oh, mate.
4 stingers for them.
Okay, deep is Kesnet. Verno's going to catch him out pretty much straight away. It's obviously a force that has to be here. The stingers for Rossi have sung for 2.
The
Glyph is low and Demon 1.
Maybe I did know and I just forgot.
Still trying to creep his way in with the bandit. Zekin actually outdone by the headhunter in that range. Mizzino though should be good here to lock this one up. It's going to be a quick day at the office here, I feel. MIBR.
Wait, was this when I said don't say stupid things?
Finish.
This is a real stat pattern for Mizzino. Hey man, he needs that for the confidence. IGLing and
I don't even know what he said.
He's got a lot on his
say stupid
shoulders.
things.
Playing the controller main, which is not his favorite agent to be on. You know, ideally, if you were just living in Mizzino's world and he could do whatever he wants,
it's
he'd
good
love to be
advice,
playing
though.
a little bit of Flash this year. He'd love to throw some Breach out here on Haven. Pretend it's 2023, 2024 again, and Breach is a perfectly fine agent to play here.
Last chance here for Envy to do something. Demon 1 with the Marshal. Kesner's still trying to play with a bit of pace, a bit of heart.
He's a kid, they don't get PR trained.
Getting
yeah,
broken
no one tells them to not
these
say
last
stupid
14
things.
rounds.
That's all it needs to just to change their outlook on life.
On an off angle here, one that the Owl drone could sniff out in theory. Trying to play ahead of it there, it's going to be Zekin out springing forth just for 1. And leaves Envy in a favourable position, and Demon 1 always seems to be in the right spot. Can't quite complete the kill though.
So good.
Tex will be allowed to slip over towards the A side.
Oh no, Knights goes down over towards Long, but they're going to call it off, Envy. Go back to Demon 1, go back to the space that he's got.
It's a really heads-up cancel, knowing that their Sentinel has given them a ton of room.
You can't type Demon
I like
0.
how MIBR are working the map
It's
right
a
now.
timeout. Where's my new mod?
Position. Critical in this round. He has full HP, full armor, and has the Phantom. Best kit on the field right now, and he's worked his way through spawn. Now just giving some time for his other 2 players to get towards B main. This drone is definitely going to be the attention grabber.
This Mizzino smoke could be critical. Demon 1 picked off early. Tex is able to find him on the approach, and now Glyph uncomfortable in an off-angle position, but low in health now. Traded down. It's all on Rossi. Envy make the right call with a late rotate, and Rossi's going to have to ace now to keep them in the game. 2 young bloods still fighting for recognition. Verno's going to get this spike to half, and God forbid he sticks it. That would be absurd. Rossi completes the ace. It's more of a sigh of relief than a yell of jubilation.
A spy round.
Hey, at least for Envy, back-to-back matches, 2 guys have gotten aces. Rossi gets one now. Knights on his left, his debut, he got an ace last week.
And again, this one feels even less consequential. I mean, I guess important
Yeah, the
in that
last
it keeps
one
the
was
game going.
During a legitimate, what looked like the makings of a legitimate comeback on Breeze.
Yeah, nice little 1v2 at the end too.
This one might just be for the sake of his VLR rating, but who knows? I'm not going to speak too soon. But This is something of an uphill battle in front of them. You typically favor the team with 12 rounds on the board in this situation, Mitch.
MIBR not just playing
just
it
9
up
more
on this
times.
contact extremity. No, they've got 3 players with
Or
nose
Rossi,
to the
bro.
glass, like it's a candy store.
Oh no, they're all going to go into this.
Getting ready, in theory, of some kind of timing to fight into this space.
Yeah, it's just, I think Aspas, tap, flash.
Who's taking
re-swing.
contact here? Yeah, I guess a flash off Aspas is contacting, gets brought down, and Zekken wants to fight that solo.
Melted him.
Fair enough. It all falls
Let's
apart.
keep the countdown going.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
Got a
intention of the play,
Phoenix
it's
ult
just
on this
simple
as
setup,
well.
But in the world where
Cliff
Aspas
could maybe
he gets the kill, and then the flash and the double swing.
give it a little bit.
They're cooking.
You don't have any
Doesn't
choice
wanna
if
give
you're
him the
Zekken.
gun.
You have to fight
Drop
that
the gun,
because what are
I
you going to do? Turn your back on them and
Okay,
run down
well.
C long? Absolutely not. You are fully committed there.
If they come back,
Hey,
you watch the
spin a
last
trick
map.
like that on a save
Sure.
round like this is very reasonable. Just couldn't find a timing to put it together, and so Verno will hold silent vigil over.
Also, again, listen, I like it from Aspas. Save round. He's down to 600. Who cares, bro? I'm buying this rifle, and I'm gonna win the game right now. It's the idea of it.
Verno pinging a gun for himself. Rossi jumps on out, and that will see Envy pick up another round. Still very much a grim determination for Envy to clamber back into this game. Is it best?
Hey.
Obviously, it's overtime they're aiming for. Yeah, fight him.
Rossi is finding some nice kills. He's playing well individually. Yeah, I think Glyph had a couple really important moments, had some heads-up kills in that first half that we saw as well.
Playing with fire with this deal.
Even in these losses, I think you're
8
really
rounds in a
clearly
row.
seeing Glyph's game sense on
They're just
display.
going to
When
save
the
the
camera
ults.
is on him. I
Fine.
have been impressed with him in both of their matches so far, despite what's happening to the team. I think he is standing out.
It's like a
Yeah, just for
2%
different
chance
reasons,
that
like
Envy
you
win
said,
right
than
now.
in theory he was picked up for. Maybe it's just the whole package here for this Envy team. That stint on Gentlemates, the trip
can never
over to
count on
MEA,
MIBR. Did
clearly
you not hear the
some
Bren?
important experience to his
The Bren ran?
portfolio.
Yeah, it was something he was discussing in an interview with Andre Hopkins this past week, that he felt like on Gentlemates he completely lost his identity as a player. He was a cog in the machine, just a part of their
guy with a gun.
And he really wants to be able to find his identity again, coming back to the Americas, which he felt like he had in his Challenger stint.
I mean,
I can see what he's talking about.
He's in the right place. He's practically the Xavier Institute of identity finding, but I don't know how much more there is to be found in this one. As Zekken dives upon them, Nights with the run it back allows him to take a more aggressive kill.
He did enough though, right?
And shut down the threat that Zekken's offered. Now a ping back to B, but it is not an empty site.
Yeah, this is when a game-closing position.
Cute from Knights there, tried to duck in under it, but Mazzino was
2v3.
too
Rossi
quick
has
to
ult.
click.
Not really going to feel
30
comfy
seconds
to use it. Good reaction from Aspas. Locked
Time's
him
of
in.
the essence. Verno still very well kitted out in terms of utility.
Enemy
And Aspas just has an
Very
inkling
nice.
for it! There it
Nice
is!
and easy.
13-4 for MIBR.
Well,
Ironically, that is a number of rounds, 4 that they won in the last meeting between these two teams,
dominant,
keeping a
chat. It
much
was
cleaner
dominant.
sheet this time around.
And by the way, that on the last round, I believe, is an Aspas buying 0 armor, just
this
glass
is my
cannon
only
bam. He
impression
is
of the
just
MIBR right now, so I
playing
kind of
a
feel like they're
bold
amazing.
Game, and that is what you want to
And
see.
Zekken is well
on
and
the
truly
go.
back.
And Zekken with a hell of a performance, too. Puts up 5 first kills, 18 on the board. His Phoenix on Haven definitely looks really good. Maybe if you want to be a hater,
They're
you can
not.
question it
Mate,
on the other maps.
did you
But
not
we'll
watch
get
this
to
map?
see it on Sunset as well in a moment. As this MIBR team, they've just leaned into this Neon Phoenix meta look. And overall, I would say so far,
Chat, is
it's
Mel
working
still
for them.
streaming?
Both Zekken and Mazzino above 300 ACS in that game. Aspas continuing to play aggressively. Some good signs here for MIBR.
No, are
and
you just
Envy
saying
have
that
a lot
without
of thinking
checking?
to do as their map gets absolutely crushed. We'll be back
If
in
she's
course
streaming,
with
I'm
more of the
timing out.
series after we hear from our catch.
Okay. Palmer ban. Not gonna Palmer ban. All right, the raid is up. Chat, how did Jarek do out of 10?
Fastest server every time.
I think he did great. Got a Palmer ban in there.
Express and game without
He learned the
ISP
ropes.
throttling. Express and shield
10 out of
yourself from
10.
DDoS attacks. Express and choose the VPN trusted by gamers
Brilliant.
everywhere. Express VPN. Experience gaming the Express way. Fast, stable, competitive.
We got a mod in the making.
It's time to Express.
We got a mod in the making for sure. Appreciate it. Thank you for that as well. All right, everyone. If you're around in, oh chat, we got a banger of a game. I know you lot are probably going to stay awake for this one. It's RRQ Zeta. We get to watch Zeta on Ascent minis comps. They're incredible. What are they playing? You're asking. Holy, you're in for an absolute treat. They are playing Breach on Ascent with Sova, Solo Waylay, of course, a Vice, and an Omen. You do not want to miss this game. RRQ are on a hot streak. I feel bad. They're on they're getting wrecked, but they're both getting wrecked, so that can't go on much longer. We'll see who's going to win. That's in 8 hours, 21 minutes. If you want to watch, I appreciate you all. Thank you. Say hi to Mel. Bye, everyone. Bye. YouTube chat, kick chat. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. See you all soon. Appreciate you all. Bye.